Hey, what's going on, guys? Give me another minute or two, we'll get started. Not gonna be playing anything, we're just gonna be watching stuff. What's going on, Reg? Long time no see. Okay. Let me turn this down a little bit. So I had some the earbuds that I was using before were broken, but I was still using them, and I had got some like other earbuds, some like little cheap ones, but I had just opened them like right before the stream, and I realized that these earbuds that I got were like they were Bluetooth, And I don't know, they aren't super great. They're like super cheap. I just like grabbed them while I was out. So I figured I'd just use the other one since it was already hooked up. But while I was getting ready, the motherfucker started shocking me. It started shocking my ear. So I had to hook up these Bluetooth ones, and I don't know, man, they sound a little wonky. Maybe it's because I'm like charging them, but hopefully I didn't mess anything up. Let me see something. Yeah, I messed up. Yeah. What's going on, Damon? I missed you, my G. I missed you too, man. We're gonna we have this like super long video that I wanted to watch. It was a FNAF video. We'll probably watch that. Let me see if I messed up the TTS too. I messed up everything. Every time you switch the headphones out, disconnects all these browser sources. Damn it. Shadow, I bought a PS5 this week. Nice. How much did you get it for? Didn't really like my parents. What? Yeah, me neither. Watch this. They had various issues. Alright, let me fix this. I bundled for 700, but it worked out nice. Yeah, I might be able to get an Xbox, the new Xbox. If I'm lucky, I might be able to get it for like 400. We'll see. I'll keep you guys posted. Which one is this? This is gonna be the sound. Okay. Man, these headphones sound so weird. Feels like I have like a 360 filter or something, like an Xbox 360 filter. And let's make a new one of these. €12.50 per hour. What's that in oh, 14. Nice. That was crazy. That's literally the next question that I was gonna have. That's so funny. Okay, hold on, let me fix this. All right. Oh man, I'm sore. I've been like super tired lately because I've been trying to like get back into like working out again now that I have like
I
decently
guess
heavy
stream
weights.
is ending. See ya, everyone.
Late. You're late. Also bought a Pulse 3D headset. Nice. You know how it is over here. We'll already be gone in 15 minutes. How do you guys like that fox? Calder made this fox. I like it. It's obviously a reskinned Foxy, but you know, I like it. I feel like maybe over time I might change the back, like the backdrop of our starting screens and stuff like that. But once I start putting up your guys' like art that you guys make, I'll probably keep on adding that onto the different screens that we change. Shadow, give me that gun, please. Oh no. School begins in 2 days. Oh no. That sucks. I always hated that. I always hated like when school was about to start. Like I don't know. Once it's going, it's not too big of a deal. But it's like, man, I gotta wait a year before I get another big break. That sucks. But once you get going again, it's all good. Bro, Silent is planning to do the FNAF jump scare. Bro, I had school since 3 weeks. Oof. Wait, you guys got school? Oh, alright, let me put this on the charger and then we're gonna start this video. Because I'm waiting to eat my food while the video's playing. And I'm hungry. Super hungry. What the hell was that? Probably started later when you're up, so that probably has something to do with it. I just need the gun to persuade some bitches. Persuade them to do what? That sounds intimidating. Man, I had to go like get a picture taken over at the CVS or whatever. I had to get a passport photo taken, and I don't know why everyone is being weird about the passport photos at these places. Like the first one I call that's closest to me, you know, I'm like, what time or do you guys do these photos or whatever, right? And they're like, give me a second. Let me connect you to the manager. And I'm like, okay. So after like a couple of minutes, the manager's like, no, you know what? The first time I called, after like a couple of minutes, they just hung up. So I was like, okay, I have to call back because I need the photo. So I called back, and I guess the manager answered now because it was this dude, somebody totally different, and he was like, yeah, no, we're the thing, the machine's down, our system is down, right? Now keep in mind, in my job, people use this excuse all the time, right? Because no one can really like check you on that. No one can be like, no, I just checked, the system is up. They can't really say that. And if like they like call corporate or something, that's something that you could always like, oh yeah, our system was down for a little bit, but we got it back up and running. If the customer's still around, we can fix it. Yeah, sure. You know, they could always get away with something like that. So it's one of those things where if you tell someone the system's down, they're probably just gonna leave it at that. They're gonna be like, all right, damn. So I called the next CVS because like 7-Eleven, there's CVS's everywhere. I called the next CVS and they're like, yeah, oh, you just got to make it here by 8 o'clock and you're good. I was like, all right, cool. So I'm like, I like made some food or something and I start getting ready and I call back up there and I'm like, hey, what time do I have to, or like, I think I was double checking to see if I didn't make it that night, can I come the next day too? So I was like, do you guys do it on the weekends? And they were like, yeah, but our system's down. So wait, somebody saying good night? Guten Nacht? Does that mean good night? If you're saying good night, have a good night, man. Appreciate you coming through for a little bit. So yeah, CVS. So dude's like, yeah, the system's gonna be down though. So I was like, okay. So I was like, do you know when you guys plan on having the system like up and running? And he's like, oh, it just went down, so we don't. So it's one of those things that just, you know. So I was like, okay. So normally it's up. You guys are good. This is just a today thing. He's like, yeah. So the next day I call, they're like, yeah, it's good. You can come up here. So I come up there like maybe within like an hour of this phone call, and the dude's like, yeah, the system's down, and I'm like, bro, I just called and they told me to come up here. He's like, so he just like walks over to it and just like turns the computer on and takes my picture and prints it out. And I'm like, really? I was like, I was at this point, you should have just stuck to your guns and lied to me. I was more annoyed that he just so blatantly tried to lie and just gave up so easily. Like, system's down. No, it's not. All right. You know, like, damn. Like, I was so like appalled that they didn't even try. Like, they're literally just, these are passport photos. You know how the people wait like all year. Thank goodness I'm not actually going on vacation and I don't need it to like go out of the country. But people wait like all year to plan a particular thing, and they're like, oh yeah, let me just update my whatever, and it could just be some random kid being like, yeah, the system's down. That would suck. That's crazy. Motherfucker tried to stop. I needed it for my certification. Motherfucker tried to stop me from getting my damn picture taken. All he had, it was so fast. He literally just snapped the photo. I made him take a second one, but even including the second one, it was pretty fast. All right, we're gonna watch the video. Pretty sure I have it up. Oh shit. Okay, hold on, not yet. Oh no. Oh no. What the? Why does it keep deleting this? Hey, what's going on, Calder? Hey, Calder, peep the new art. You see the new art? Shadow Man, I got a challenge. Say, okay, hold on. Thanks for using my model. Yeah, I really like it. I really like it. All right, here we go. So obviously that O, we're gonna have to say that O a little wonky. Okay, that's what those two dots are telling me. So let's say Hürchen, Hürchen, locomotive. Is locomotive? Is that just like one? Is that? Am I say? Because that's how we say that here. Is that supposed? Is that something different there? Am I saying the first one wrong? Hürchen, Hürchen. When will the videos commence? We're about to start now. I literally tried my best. All right. Let me do this and that. Crap, if you hear my voice, ignore it. Boom. Boom. All right, here we go. CH is like a hissing cat. 5 streams at Shadow Foxes. That's where I want to be. I mean, with a bit of practice. I saw this video pop up last night, and I was like, obviously, Five Nights at Freddy Iceberg seems like they're gonna go like deep. All right, so if this is something, if I'm totally wrong about this video, and this is like some like weird ass like behind the scenes look at some Five Nights at Freddy's music video that some kid made, then I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't look into this too much. I just assumed that this is what I thought it was. Okay, pretty sure it should be good though.
I'm sure most of you know what an iceberg chart is, and you're also probably familiar with the FNAF series, so I'm not going to go on for hours and hours with a long intro. Today, I want to explain every entry on the ultimate Five Nights at Freddy's iceberg as best as I can. This is the director's cut of the iceberg, which combines all 6 parts into one. But that's not it, as after the iceberg, we will interview the creator of this iceberg, Nat or John, and go over new entries and the future for these icebergs. It is certainly a treat and you won't want to miss it. Not going to waste any more time with this, so, for the last time,
appreciate you coming through.
Let's get into the iceberg.
Seen a few FNAF iceberg videos. Just bought the helicopter
Tour
in
Door
GTA.
March.
Probably gonna
This
die.
is the song that Freddy plays when he's outside your door after the power has gone out. The original song is from the opera Carmen by George Bizet. Although Freddy's version is more music box sounding. This song has become synonymous with the series, appearing in the most recent game,
I'm gonna rewind it a little bit so I can see the stuff that I missed. I just wanted to read that because I pulled up chat on my phone, but since I didn't pull it up till just now, it didn't show me like anything that you guys had just said, so I would have missed that. Appreciate you coming through, Reg. It was good seeing you, man.
Tour Door March. This is the song that Freddy plays when he's outside your door after the power has gone out. The original song is from the opera Carmen by George Bizet, although Freddy's version is more music box sounding. This song has become synonymous with the series, appearing in the most recent game, Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted. Dawko. Lewis Dawkins, otherwise known as Dawko, is a YouTube personality who primarily makes FNAF videos. Dawko started out as a streamer on Twitch and started growing his YouTube channel after his FNAF videos started gaining traction. After FNAF 3 was released, Dawko fully dedicated his channel to FNAF content. He is most famous for having been the second person to beat 50/20 mode in Ultimate Custom Night on July 9th, 2018. He has interviewed voice actors from the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise on his web series called The FNAF Show.
That's crazy.
After beating 50/20 mode, Scott Cawthon, the creator of the series, was interviewed by Dawko in an hour-and-a-half long video published on August 8th, 2018. Kitchen Camera. This refers to how in Five Nights at Freddy's 1, the camera feed for the kitchen isn't working. Instead, it only has an audio feed, where you can hear pots and pans when Chica's in the room. Some have suggested that the kitchen is where Golden Freddy resides when he isn't attacking the player. However, this is purely speculation. Nights 6 and 7. In most of the Five Nights at Freddy's games, there exists a 6th and 7th night, with the 7th night normally being a custom night where you can adjust the AI level of the animatronics. These nights are normally unlocked separately on the title screen after beating the 5th night. Fans find this ironic as the game series is called Five Nights at Freddy's,
what is the
despite
background
being there
music?
for a week canonically.
I think it's
Matt Pat. Matthew Patrick, otherwise known as Matt Pat.
I think it's like one of the FNAF songs, but it's like it sounds like it's in like an old game.
Pat is a YouTube personality as the owner of the Food Theorist, Film Theorist, and most
One of the
famously
Five Nights at
the
Freddy's
Game
songs.
Theorist channels.
The fan-made
He's
songs.
known for adding scholarly topics into video games, until his FNAF theories came along and made them all about piecing together the lore of the series. At the time of this video, he has made 48 videos, with one coming later this week. He's become somewhat of a meme within the community due to his abundance of videos on the series. XOR. XOR, or simply known as Shadow Dee Dee,
that scared
is a
the
character
hell
from
out of me.
Ultimate Custom Night. She's a shadow version of Dee Dee with a name resemblance to Shadow Bonnie, being random letters. She appears on 50/20 mode and can summon 6 extra characters, those being Shadow Bonnie, Plush Trap, Nightmare Chica, Bonnet, the Mini Arenas, and Lolbit. RWQFSFASXC, also known as Shadow Bonnie, or RXQ for short, is a shadow counterpart of Toy Bonnie that appears within the FNAF series. His first appearance was in FNAF 2, where he would appear in the office, and when looking at him, he would crash your game. His most prominent appearance was in FNAF Special Delivery, where he is guarding the Shadow Remnant. Ian and Brayden. Ian and Brayden Cawthon are Scott Cawthon's children. Their exact ages are unknown, however, it was said that they were young during the first game's release, and are at least teenagers during the release of Ultimate Custom Night. Scott has said that he made a bet with one of his sons that he would pay them $20 for every challenge they could beat in Ultimate Custom Night. Apparently, Scott's son played the game for hours trying to beat every challenge in the game. Scott has also featured his sons in the movie Bible Plays Noah's Ark as the leading actors. Endo-02. Endo-02s are endoskeletons used in the FNAF 2 era, primarily in the toy animatronics. The withered animatronics were refitted with these endoskeletons in an attempt to refurbish them, which we all know didn't pan out. There's an Easter egg in FNAF 2 where an Endo-02 can be seen in the prize corner and the left air vent. In the graphic novels, the robot that Henry uses to kill himself bears a strong resemblance to the Endo-02 model.
What?
Showtime. Showtime was a we all know didn't pan out. Air vent. In the graphic novels, the robot that Henry uses to kill himself bears a strong resemblance to the Endo-02 model. Showtime.
Seems like a pretty
Showtime
big
was a
plot
cut
point.
feature for Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted. In the hub area of the game, there is a Showtime button. In the final game, it does nothing, but it was supposed to open a curtain and the animatronics would perform a song, their actual purpose. This would have been the first time we see the gang perform, aside from a brief clip in the original FNAF trailer. The functionality still remains, but goes unused. This was also the first time Freddy, Bonnie, and Chica would be given voices, even though these voices were scrapped and their new voices would be introduced in the next installment.
See them do the performance
Shadow Freddy.
from like the first game?
Shadow Freddy, similar to Shadow Bonnie, is a shadowy version of Withered Golden Freddy. He first appeared as an Easter egg in FNAF 2. He appears in the parts and service room and would crash your game after looking at him. Books. This refers to the numerous Five Nights at Freddy's books. These books range from the books to the graphic novels to the short stories. There's the original book series comprised of The Silver Eyes, The Twisted Ones, and The Fourth Closet. There's the graphic novels based off of those books. There's the Fazbear Fright short stories, which have 3 stories per book. There's also the Freddy Files and the Security Logbook, which don't really fit into a category as they're unrelated to the other books. Markiplier. Mark Edward Fishbosh, otherwise known as Markiplier, is a YouTuber personality and gamer. He's been making Let's Play videos since May 26th of 2012, and is one of a select group of YouTubers to have received a Diamond Play button. He's been named the King of FNAF, as he was one of the first to beat 420 mode in FNAF 1, and his first Let's Play video on the first game is the first video that pops up when searching FNAF, with the video also being Mark's most viewed gameplay video with 92 million views.
Jesus.
It's me. It's me is a repeated phrase throughout the series, belonging to Golden Freddy.
What, your
Whenever
headphones
Golden
died?
Freddy appears in FNAF 1, the words "It's me" will flash on screen. Since
Grew
we
up on
play
the
as Michael
King-O,
Afton in FNAF 1, and Evan
Perico
Afton possesses
heist.
Golden
I'll
Freddy,
be yelled
he's
out.
basically saying,
yelled
"It's
at
me,
and cussed out.
your brother."
I
It's
still
me can
haven't done
occasionally
that.
be seen written on the out of order sign in
haven't played it.
Pirate's Cove from FNAF 1. 1,
This is the
9,
Showtime
8,
animated?
7. This is referring to an Easter egg in FNAF 1's Custom Nights. If you put the characters' AI levels to 1, 9, 8, and 7 respectively. Trying to start the game with these settings results in a jump scare from Golden Freddy. This was put in by Scott to shut down rumors saying there was a secret in the game if you play with these settings. Scott Cawthon. Scott
Booking a trip can feel dramatic, but with free cancellation, you can't go wrong with Hotels.com.
I can't believe I have to do this in the car!
You got this.
Hello, everybody. You ready to have a good time? I know I am. 'Cause it's
Why didn't I understand that it was gonna look like this? I mean, you clearly told me animated, but for some reason, I
Scott Braden Cawthon is a game developer
didn't
and the
click for me.
creator of the Five Nights at Freddy's series. He has developed many other indie games, although most of these can no longer be found on his website, scottgames.com. His earlier games, primarily Chipper and Sons Lumber Company, were criticized for the characters looking and moving like creepy animatronics. Scott was about to quit game development before he took the criticism and made Five Nights at Freddy's. He currently resides in Texas with his family. Private Room. The Private Room is a secret room in Five Nights at Freddy's sister location. It can be accessed by disobeying Baby's instructions and going to the room on the opposite side of the scooping room. You then enter a minigame where you have to keep entering.
Here's what blew me about. Here's what blew me about this, right? You guys went out of your way to be like, in the vent at some point, you guys were like, don't listen to him. Or don't listen to the person or whatever, right? He's gonna say, don't run. Your ass needs to run. Alright, chat. Well, since you said it, and I saw it, let's do it. But at the end, at the fucking end, when it was crunch time, and you all knew that I was about to get scooped, y'all just let me listen to Baby, and I got scooped. I didn't give you a chance to do this. You guys just let me get scooped. That's some shit, man.
Out of your office, similar to the original games. Surviving the
It was
night
like
leads to the fake
half
ending,
backseat
where Ender
gaming.
found
That's
a way
worse
out
than
and has
backseat
come to
gaming.
kill the player.
Gave
This,
me a
however, is
false sense of
non-canon
security in
and
you
was
guys.
only a fun mode thrown in. In the custom night update for sister location, the private room is used as the office for the mode. Nose honk. This is a reoccurring joke in the FNAF series, where if you touch the nose of an animatronic,
It is not a
toy,
joke.
or a poster of
At
them,
this point,
they
it
will
is
make
a
a
religion.
honking sound. This can be done with Freddy on the Celebrate poster in FNAF 1,
If the
Toy
game
Freddy
doesn't
on
have the
Celebrate
honk,
poster in FNAF 2, the Freddy on the
Is it a
cartoon
FNAF
poster in
game?
FNAF 3, the Freddy
is
plus
it
on the
valid?
blade in FNAF 4,
Does it
Adventure
matter?
Freddy on the title screen in FNAF World,
No.
Ennard's Mask in sister location, Helpy's Nose in the
Doesn't.
office from Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator, Helpy in Ultimate Custom Night, and Freddy on the title screen of Help Wanted. Golden Freddy.
Don't
Golden
blame me, I
Freddy is a
wasn't here.
mysterious ghost-like entity who takes on the form of a yellow animatronic bear, similar to Freddy. He plays a prominent role in the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise, although his origins are unknown. He is presumed to have the spirits of Evan Afton, the bite victim, and Cassidy, the vengeful spirit, inside of him. He has appeared in every FNAF game except Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted. Leon Riskin. Leon Riskin is a sound designer and the current composer of the music for the FNAF series, including FNAF World, Five Nights at Freddy's sister location, Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator, and Ultimate Custom Night. He owns his own sound design company, being Ionix Music, and resides in Malat, Israel. The Bite of 87. The Bite of 87 is a notable event in the FNAF timeline where an animatronic bit
is
somebody,
rapid fire
removing their
going
frontal
through.
lobe. The animatronic who caused the bite was thought to have been Mangle, due to her broken jaw and jump scare animation where she looks like she's going for the top of your head. As a result of the incidents, animatronics are no longer allowed to wander around the building during the day. JJ. JJ, also known as Balloon Girl, is a minor character in the FNAF series. She is a different colored counterpart of Balloon Boy, with a
So if the animatronics, I have something for you. If the animatronics aren't allowed to walk around during the day and they have to stay stationary, then how come their servos and stuff don't lock up during the day, but at night, if they don't walk around, they get clapped up? What's that about?
the currently unknown origin. She made her first appearance in Five Nights at Freddy's 2 as an Easter egg where she would appear under the desk. Her adventure counterpart appears as one of the pilots in the Foxy Fighter minigame from FNAF World. Foxy singing. In FNAF 1, you
Because they're
can
still
sometimes hear
moving?
Foxy singing.
What do you mean? He just said they're not allowed to walk around. But if they're allowed to move around and stay stationary, why don't they do that at night?
This has somewhat been retconned, as Foxy's voice actor in Ultimate Custom Night is not the same as his voice in the original.
Never underestimate the cunning of a pirate. Or a fox, for that matter.
Halloween update. The Halloween update is a free update for Five Nights at Freddy's 4 that was added on October 30th, 2015. This version adds new cheats, challenges,
like it's
and gives
nighttime?
most things a Halloween theme.
But did he just say they're
with
not
the
allowed to
exception
move
of
around
Nightmare Freddy
freely
and Nightmare
anymore?
Fredbear, all of the Nightmare animatronics have been replaced. Jacko Bonnie replaces Nightmare Bonnie, Jacko Chica replaces Nightmare Chica, Nightmare Mango replaces Nightmare Foxy, Nightmare Young replaces Nightmare, and Nightmare Balloon Boy replaces Plush Trap and the Fun with Balloon Boy minigame in between each nights. The Living Tombstone.
Appreciate the follow. Welcome to the stream.
Yov Lando, otherwise known as the founder and producer of The Living Tombstone, is an Israeli-American musician and YouTuber, best known for his original songs on well-known video games, with his FNAF music series being one of the most popular playlists on his YouTube channel. His first FNAF with his FNAF American musician and YouTuber, best known for his original songs on well-known video games, with his FNAF music series being one of the most popular playlists on his YouTube channel. His first FNAF song is the most viewed Five Nights at Freddy's video on YouTube, with a grand total of 220 million views.
Look at the FNAF 1 trailer.
He's also created the songs "It's Been So Long," "Dying of Fire,"
Freddy.
"I Got
Every
No
time he
Time,"
hummed,
and "I
he had
Can't
moved.
Fix You." He no
Yo,
longer
I
creates
thought,
FNAF
the
songs
humming
and has
was,
its sister location. William Afton. William Afton.
I couldn't tell
otherwise
who
known
it
as
was.
the
I thought it was
Purple
either
Guy,
Foxy
is the
or Freddy.
co-founder of Fazbear Entertainment.
I was so
as well
confused
as the
with
main
sounds in the
antagonist
first
of
one.
the FNAF
I didn't know what
series.
anything meant.
He was directly and indirectly responsible for numerous
As you can see, the
incidents,
animatronic still
deaths,
moves.
and
They're
tragedies
moving
throughout
left
the
and right.
series, most prominently responsible for the murder of many children. He has created the sister location animatronics to capture children. He was obsessed with immortality and would kill children to experiment with them. Of course, their souls would go on to possess many animatronics. When William went to dismantle the classic animatronics after finding out that his victims had possessed them, the spirits scared him into a broken down Spring Bonnie suit, which
Bro, I already
snapped
watched
shut,
this.
leaving him trapped in the suit. Now being
Dang,
known as Springtrap,
tough.
he would remain there until he was found 30 years later for
Y'all
the
move
Fazbear
fast.
Fright horror attraction, which would soon after burn down. However, he escaped and somehow rebuilt his body into Scrap Trap. After him and the remaining haunted animatronics are lured into the pizzeria in FNAF 6, the building is burned down, with all the spirits finally passing on. Except for William. William goes to hell and is then tortured by the spirit of Golden Freddy and all his victims. I'm not going to
What's the
discuss Glitch
format
Trap as
with
he's
this
kind of his
video?
own thing, but we'll get to him later.
Oh, okay. I see.
FNAF 2 is a prequel. This is exactly what it says. This refers to how FNAF 2 comes before FNAF 1 in the timeline. FNAF 2 takes place in 1987, while FNAF 1 takes place in 1993 or 2003. It's a bit unclear and there's contradicting points, but will nevertheless,
That's
FNAF 2
weird,
comes before FNAF 1. We know this because 1. Phone Guy is alive and well in FNAF 2, even though he died in FNAF 1. And 2. The withered animatronics are later...
The sky has like, which is supposed to be like the highest level, right? I don't know why this is just so weird that the sky would have like, and as we all know, the person who made the most popular fan-made song that lives in Israel, blah blah blah, is an engineer that yada yada yada. And it's like all this weird in-depth information about these obscure people, and then like one level underneath that, it's like, just to let you guys know, FNAF 2 is a prequel. What? Well, it's gonna be at like the lowest level, like, you know, like the animatronics are trying to kill you. Like,
refurbished into the
it
classic
just seemed
animatronics from
weirdly
FNAF 1.
misplaced. I don't know. I like
Marionette
that should be in the
versus
sky
Puppet.
too.
This is referring to the debate of whether this animatronic is called the Marionette or the Puppet. The Funko Pop figure of the character and his description in UCN calls it the Marionette. However, everyone in the fandom seems to call it the Puppet. Endo01 looking at the camera. This is referring to an Easter egg in FNAF 1 where the endoskeleton in the back room will suddenly activate and look into the camera. There is not much else to say about this.
Yeah, I feel like
Toxic meter.
knowing that in-depth
This is
information
a
about
scrap
that,
gameplay
those like
mechanic
random
from
couple
FNAF
of
2.
people that they talked
It was
about.
presumed to appear when you put on the Freddy
That's
head.
super random, but
The
it's like
Toxic meter can still be found in the
just
files of
totally
the game,
random. I
yet
feel
it goes
like in
unused.
terms of like information that
Chipper and Sons
everyone
Lumber Co.
supposedly knows.
Chipper and Sons Lumber Co. is a
Not gonna
construction
spoil it.
RPG
Appreciate
produced
that,
by
anime
Scott
kid.
Cawthon before Five Nights at Freddy's. In the game, you play as Tyke, a young beaver who is just starting out in the lumber business who must chop down trees, collect and sell wood, and buy or find various items to make your business easier to run. The game was also pitched to Steam Greenlight, but it was pulled a day later after Scott received harsh criticism regarding the art style and how the characters looked and moved like animatronic mascots. Those same critiques were later used to make Five Nights at Freddy's as the series we know it today. Troll games. The FNAF series has had many troll games, in part due to Scott being a bit of a prankster. The first being his FNAF 3 troll game,
Kind of
which he
good that he
released
got like
Scott
denied
being
so
a
much,
troll
right?
games.
Because I mean, like,
They're used to make five. The characters looked
I wouldn't be streaming this, right? Like, maybe now I would stream it because we have interest in Scott Cawthon's games and be like, oh guys, look at this is cool, look at this, this is the game. Sorry, I'm burping. I just ate. Oh, this is the game Scott Cawthon made before he you know. But if this was just like hey guys, I'll be playing like what's the name of this game? Whatever, you know. No one's gonna come. Well, what is this? I'm glad that he was like kind of like pushed to the brink so he could make some like really good stuff. I mean, imagine this came out though, but this had like some really crazy lore. Imagine it had some like wild ass lore behind it. I mean, Five Nights at Freddy's, the game itself looks basic as hell, but the lore is crazy.
and
I
moved
feel like
like animatronic
the
mascots.
fandom would be
Those
totally
same
different.
critiques were later used to make Five Nights at Freddy's as the series we know it today. Troll games. The FNAF series has had many troll games, in part due to Scott being
Wait, are
a
you
bit
watching
of
the
a
iceberg?
prankster.
Yeah, we're watching the iceberg.
The first being his FNAF 3 troll game, which he
Chipper
released
and
claiming that
Tyke
he
Lumber
had been
Company?
hacked, and that
Yeah,
he might as
see?
well just release
It'd
the
be
game.
it'd be different.
The game,
with
however,
the
was just a
old
reskin of one of his
Chipper and
previous
Tyke.
games, There Is No Pause
Welcome
Button,
back, Calder.
with the lead character having a Freddy head. He also said that sister location was
Galaxy?
becoming too mature, and that he
I'm
wanted
saying
to
it
fix
me or
it.
to Calder.
To compensate for this, he released the mature version.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Only pay for what you need with customized car insurance from Liberty Mutual.
Unskippable.
Nothing rhymes with Liberty Mutual.
Only pay for what you need.
Version, while saying the real version would come out in a few months. The mature edition was actually just a reskinned version of one of his previous games, being Sit and Survive. He had made more following the same presence, but these are his most notable. Scott Drama. This is a bit of
Yeah, I think it's hilarious that a lot of his debates are like, you know, like coming out, it's the next FNAF game. Ha, psych, I just tricked you guys into playing something that I put a lot of my heart and soul into but was denied. It's one of my old games. You guys like it? No? Okay, it was a joke.
a controversial topic. And if you want to hear
He's
more
done
about
that at least like
check out
2
my
or 3
video on the
times, right?
situation. Link in the description.
Or am I
Basically,
just
Scott had
imagining that? I
donated
feel like
money
it's
to
at least 2 or 3 times.
anti-LGBTQ
he's
plus
done that.
Republicans, and people have doxed him,
Whoever made
used his
unskippable
address, and have
ads
sent him
going
death
to hell
threats.
with William.
Along with the fact that he wants to spend more time with his children and end all of this drama coming at him, he decided to retire from the FNAF series, handing ownership to someone else. Death minigames. These are minigames that have a chance of appearing after dying in FNAF 2. They take the style of 8-bit Atari-style
I got
arcade
all of
games,
these
which
games.
tell the underlying story of the
I
series.
died so much.
These minigames were the first appearance of the Purple Guy, who we would later know as William Afton. Some of the most notable of these being the Give Gifts, Give Life minigame, where the puppet puts the souls of the missing children into the classic animatronics.
I don't believe Scott
Take
made
Cake
lore
to
for
the Children,
FNAF
where
games.
William Afton
Interview with
murders
Doc
Charlie
Lee said his
Emily
first
outside of a
FNAF game was
Fazbear
trying to get money to
establishment,
support his family.
and many other
They made a second
story-related
because
events.
the first was a hit. Oh yeah,
Jim
no, I agree.
Sterling.
I totally agree. Oh, I know Jim Sterling. I totally agree. FNAF 1, I feel like was like his like Hail Mary, right? Just trying to make something that would just throwing something that would stick at the wall, right? And that that stuck, right? So then they made like I don't even think he was really that focused on the lore to like a couple of games in. Like I feel like a lot of the stuff he was putting in lore wise was just like random, like you know, you gotta have like a kind of a couple different components in order for a sandwich to be technically be a sandwich, right? So like for your game to be a game, it has to have like this, that, and the third, right? So you had to throw this, that, and you had to like sprinkle a little bit of lore in there, like and then there were some dead kids, you know, like just kind of sprinkle that on top of this on the game when he packaged it in. And I feel like as time went on, he realized that the fandom was getting like they were like grasping at straws trying to figure out what the backstory was to this game, and I think that's when they started like buckling down on the lore.
Jim Sterling is a YouTuber and game critic. They had critiqued Scott's
Speaking
game
of
before
Scott
FNAF
choosing
at
someone
being
new,
Chipper and
apparently
Sons
somebody
Lumberco,
new
having characters that were
managing the Fazbear Fanverse Initiative. We don't know if this person's also managing the whole series. However, that's good that he had a focus on making sure that stayed
resemble creepy
up and running.
animatronic mascots. We all know
Because
that
I really
Scott took
like
this ammunition and
that
made
initiative.
FNAF. Jim has made a video on every game up until FNAF World. That wasn't until
some
recently
good
where they made a
games
video
because of
surrounding
it.
the 2021 Scott Cawthon drama. I'm not going to delve into it here, but you know I made a video on this if you want to know. Twisted Chica. This is referring to a cut character for the FNAF novel The Twisted Ones. The Twisted Ones novel artist, Lady Fitzy, posted concept art for a supposed twisted version of Chica. Twisted Chica never appears in the novel, so it makes sense as to why this art was never seen, even though there is an official Funko plush and pop figure based off of the character. Kira Breed Risley. Kira Breed Risley is a novelist, screenwriter, and playwriter. She currently works as a staff ghostwriter and editor at Kevin Anderson and Associates. She's best known for writing the trilogy of FNAF novels, with the first novel, Five Nights at Freddy's The Silver Eyes, having become a #1 New York Times bestseller. Hub World Secrets. This is referring to secrets on the hub world of the Curse of Drebber DLC for FNAF Help Wanted. These can be as simple as bats occasionally flying through the area or loading with the sky being red, which alongside the house on the hill is very reminiscent of FNAF 4's title screen. However, there are also some neat, more noticeable ones, such as the
It's
Foxy's pirate
exactly
ship
it.
being dragged under by a kraken, or Dreadbear occasionally walking from the lake to the barn on the player's right. Fredbear and UCN. Fredbear is a secret antagonist in Ultimate Custom Night. However, the steps to find him are pretty complex. First, you need to set Golden Freddy's AI on 1. Make sure you have no other characters available. Second, stall on the cameras after starting the game and collect Faz coins. After getting
Okay, I was debating whether I should tell this story, but I will. Apparently, you know how like our sailors would tell stories about like krakens and stuff like back in the day. So this like animal guy that I've been following on TikTok, one of his videos he actually talked about this, and most likely what the sailors saw was I think what's like the one of like the biggest whales. I don't know if they're blue whales or not, but I think they might be either like I know the blue whales are like the biggest one, but I don't know if that's the one he's talking about in the video. I think they're either like sperm whales or beluga whales or whatever. But they have this thing where like they go to the surface of the water and they just get like a boner and just stick it out the water, and like they haven't figured out why they do this besides the fact that they just can. So like most likely sailors were like known to like sort of like embellish their stories. Most likely saw a bunch of like whale dicks and then like went home and told their friends they like fought a huge creature named the Kraken.
getting 10 Faz coins, head to the prize counter and buy the death coin. You should see Fredbear's hat on the table. After flipping down the tablet, once you see Golden Freddy in the corner, use the death coin. Instead of dying to Golden Freddy, you'll get a unique jump scare. He is voiced by Kellen Goff, who's a recurring voice actor for the series. His voice is deep and gargled, but when edited, is actually saying things. Desera. Desera was a digital distribution platform for the Microsoft Windows, Linux, and OS X platforms. Their service was similar to Steam or GameJolt, where distributed games and related media is online. Many independent developers and small companies publish their content on Desera, including Scott Cawthon, who published the original Five Nights at Freddy's on there before it was approved for Steam. Desera was later sold to Bad Juju Games, which then filed for bankruptcy in June of 2015. In October 2016, Desera was acquired by the Danish company OnePlay, intending to relaunch Desera. Desera's website spent years being down and is now unrelated to the original Desera. Failed Kickstarter. Scott Cawthon created a Kickstarter to try and boost production of the first game. He ultimately raised a grand total of, drumroll please, $0.00. Due to
I mean, can you blame anybody? What was this? Do you? I don't know why this photo just doesn't scream like hey, I'm an amazing indie game developer that you should give me money, please. Give me your money, and I'm making a bomb ass game. This doesn't like this looks like somebody's accountant, like the guy, like the indie developer's accountant took this photo. This just doesn't. I don't feel safe with him making a really good game in this photo. This is just such a. I get that Scott Cawthon's like
early
super
the fact
like
that nobody knew what a Freddy
traditional and
Fazbear was
whatnot,
at the time.
but
Interestingly enough, the description for the game refers to his
Such a
original
funny
name
photo
of
for
Freddy
this.
Bear, being a play on words of teddy bear. Freddy in women's bathroom. In the first FNAF game, Freddy can hide in the women's bathroom while on his attack route. This led to people thinking the spirit of Freddy might have been a girl, including MatPat's original FNAF theory. We now know this to be not true, as we know Freddy's spirit is Gabriel. Scott voices Phone Guy. This refers to how Phone Guy in all his appearances is voiced by Scott himself. This was due to the fact that early on, Scott was the only one working on the series, so there was no voice actors that could have voiced Phone Guy. FNAF movie. The FNAF movies had a long, rocky development. Warner Bros. Pictures announced in April of 2015 that it had acquired the series' film rights, with Gil Keenan set to direct. However, in January 2017, Scott said that due to problems within the movie industry as a whole, the film was met with several delays and roadblocks and was back at square one.
So basically,
Then,
Freddy
in March
is a
of that
pervert.
year, Scott tweeted a picture of a director's chair with the name Freddy on it, with the Blumhouse Productions logo in the background. This implies that the film had a new production company. Producer Jason Blum confirmed the news 2 months later, saying that he was excited about working closely with Scott on the adaptation.
Okay, hold on. Literally in the middle of me looking at my phone, Twitch just closed and started. Okay, nobody said anything besides this. Good. It just closed chat and started updating.
In June 2017, Keenan said that he was no longer directing the film after Warner Bros. Pictures' turnaround. It was also announced that in February 2018 that Chris Columbus would direct and write the film, also producing it with Jason Blum and Scott. In August 2018, Kaufman announced that the script's first draft was completed and that a second and third film, based off the second and third games respectively, were possible. That month, Jason Blum tweeted that the film was planned for a 2020 release. However, in November of 2018, Scott announced the film's script had been scrapped and the film would be further delayed. In June 2020, Jason Blum said in an interview that the film is in super active development and that it's moving rapidly forward, but that he doesn't want to put a timeline on it.
How annoying would it be if they tried to make this movie like super like hip, or what like they think would be like hip these days or something, like some kids like breaking, like it starts off like it's like nighttime, Five Nights at Freddy's is closed, right? You see some headlights just kind of wash over the closed blinds, right? You hear like engine turn off, some kids sneak in, they look around, they're like, wow guys, this is so lit. Yes, I can't believe we did. How fucking, I feel like people would be mad as a motherfucker.
In November 2020, Scott said in a Reddit post that a screenplay had been chosen and filming will start in spring of 2021, around March. Included was a list of scratch screenplays with a small description of each and why they were ultimately unused.
Look like an SNL
We don't know much
skit.
about the plot, however we do know that it revolves around Michael Afton, as he calls it the Mike storyline in his Reddit
I'm hungry
post.
but I don't want to wake her. What do I
Sparky.
do?
Sparky the dog is an iconic FNAF hoax from
Eat
its
the
early
cat.
days. In the
Well,
early
you don't
days
have
of
to move.
FNAF 1, someone began to spread rumors about a hidden sixth animatronic named Sparky the dog. Sure enough, screenshots began to crop up on Tumblr. Reportedly, Sparky was broken, only had one arm, and would never attack the player, only appearing occasionally in the backstage doorway. However, it was eventually revealed as a hoax by his creators, Tumblr users Kodaya Bear and Nugan, with all the screenshots being photoshopped. Mangle's gender. This refers to how Mangle's gender is unknown. People would have debates over them, and even Scott added fuel to the fire by referring to them with both male and female pronouns. Mangle's design is very feminine, with pink colors and long eyelashes, so the majority of people assume Mangle is female. She even appeared in the Ladies Night mode of FNAF 2's Custom Night. However, when the game released, Phone Guy sounded like he was referring to Mangle.
I feel like Scott is such a troll for that. Like, he's such a troll.
It was either him or them at one
He's such a
point.
troll for that.
That, along with the rumor that Scott had stated all the characters were the same gender as their original counterparts,
what's going on,
started
Flower?
the initial debate. After this,
appreciate
Scott
the
was asked
follow.
about
Welcome to the
Mangle's
stream.
gender on Steam, with the user
Mangle's
asking
gender
if
is
they were
yes.
male or female,
Yeah.
to which Scott replied, yes. Oh, Scott.
They mentioned Chipper and Sons Lumber Company a few times in this video, so I thought about mentioning how someone actually made a fan game of both Chipper and Sons FNAF game called Tyke and Sons Lumber Company. It's a fusion of a tycoon game and a FNAF style horror game. That sounds good. It kind of is it like Pizzeria Simulator, or is it like kind of like set up in its own way?
Ever since, Mangler's had references to both
I'm down
pronouns
with
during
that,
every
yeah.
feature mentioned in the series, as a nod to this debate, which kept the debate going. CD+. This is a debugging exploit in the first two FNAF games. By pressing C, D, and plus signs on the keyboard, it makes you skip straight to 6 a.m. The same applies to the second game. The difference being, your cursor must be hovering over Freddy's nose on the Celebrate poster while pressing the keys.
Wait,
This exploit being FNAF going.
What just happened? Oh no. No, what did I do? Oh shit.
CD+.
Did I break all the sound alert? Bluetooth is gonna be the oh no. 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 Everything's broken. You guys can't hear that, right? You guys can't hear that sound alert? No. I can't. It's a Bluetooth headset. If it disconnects, it disconnects. Kind of like Pizzeria Simulator. Yeah, day you play Lumber Tycoon like Chipper and Sons. At night you survive against the animatronics. That's cool. All right. I'm just gonna make one for this. I don't really feel like making one for every single scene. Yeah, they're seeing how the sausage is made. Who the hell? Oh, that's funny. Sorry, I got a text. All right, we should be good now. What? Wait, what? Yeah. Enter.
Test east, test east, test east.
Okay, okay. I must have just typed in something?
Yeah!
Never mind.
This is a debugging exploit in the first two FNAF games.
Okay, so this was just perfectly timed, I guess. Because he was like, by pressing C+, you can automatically, and then it just cut. And then it showed like the 5 a.m. So I was like, oh, that was pretty cool how he did that. I like that. That was cool. You just kind of cut to the 5 a.m. and then like the sound just never came back.
Pressing C, D, and plus signs on the keyboard, it makes you skip straight to 6 a.m. The same applies to the second game. The difference being, your cursor must be hovering over Freddy's nose on the Celebrate poster while pressing the keys. This exploit was removed in the third game and hasn't been seen in any game since then. It's worth noting that several people claim that on the Phantom BB teaser for FNAF 3, you can see the letters C and D on the side of his head if you brighten the image up. This led people to believe that the letters had more significance, but it's never.
Yeah, so this is what happened. And this is why I end up having to refresh. Sorry for everyone who's getting annoyed with me pausing the video over and over again. Transformative content. This is how you don't get copy striked. But So what happens with the with my like browser sources is the second I like unhook whatever I'm using as a headset, it messes up all that, and I have to remake them, right? So like I'm using this like weird wonky Bluetooth set, and I guess it cut off for a second. So I had cut it back on, and that's when it messed up all the browser sources. So yeah, I'm not sure why it cut off, but
been confirmed.
hey, what's going on? Ow.
Sister location takes place underneath FNAF 4.
That was loud.
This is referring
What's going
to a
on, Mike?
theory that the storage facility we explore in Sister
Mike?
location is located directly below the FNAF 4 house.
Mike,
There's a lot of evidence for the theory,
Lynn,
even if not being confirmed. There's the map in the Funtime Freddy minigame, where some of the layouts shown are supposedly the map from the 8-bit sections of FNAF 4. In the private room, if you type 1, 9, 8, and 7 into the keypad, these 3 monitors will show different views of the bite victim's room. This can all be explained away by the fact that William
I had to watch
Afton,
this on
who owns the
YouTube, so I
FNAF
didn't get
4
to do this in the
was just
game.
monitoring his kids in their house while working. Obscured graphics. Obscured graphics refers to sprites throughout the series that are never fully seen in the game, but can be seen fully in the files. Some examples include Springtrap's walking animation in FNAF 3, where his legs don't move, or in UCM when some of Balloon Boy and JJ's features are missing. Plushtrap Prize jump sequence includes Springtrap's walking animation in FNAF 3, where his legs don't move, or in UCM when some of Balloon
I guess
Boy
there's
and
no
JJ's
reason to animate
features
it
are
if you're not gonna see it.
Plushtrap Prize jump scare. This refers to how on rare occasions
Wait,
when
go
earning
back?
a prize
Go back
and
to
help
what?
wanted, you'll be jump scared.
Go back to what? Hey Shadow, have you haven't played Security Breach, Fury's Rage? I mean Fury's Rage. Have you? No, I haven't. No, go back to sister location. Like here.
In the private room, if you type 1, 9, 8, and 7 into the keypad, these 3 monitors will show different views of the bite victim's room. This can all be explained away by the fact that William Afton, who owns the FNAF 4 house, was just monitoring his kids in their house while working. Obscured graphics. Obscured graphics refers to sprites throughout the series that are
They
never
said
fully seen in the
1987,
game,
but it's
but can be
1983.
seen fully in the files. Some examples include Springtrap's walking animation in FNAF 3, where his legs don't move, or in UCM when
See, man, you can't get nothing wrong in this community. you can't get nothing wrong. 'Cause people be on. It's just way too many eyes on the lure for you to make this kind of mistake. Okay.
when some of Balloon Boy and JJ's features are missing.
The actual code is
Plushtrap Prize jump
1983.
scare.
Yeah, is that the
This
bite
refers
of
to how on rare
87?
occasions when earning a prize and help wanted, you'll be jump scared by
No, we have to
Plushtrap.
find
You'll be sent to the
and
game over screen, but the stage will occur and will
blank.
still be counted as beaten. As
I
far as I
wonder
know,
what he
this
was trying
Easter
to
egg can only
say.
occur once per save file, but I've never tested it, so take it with a grain of salt. NFTs. The Scott drama
What?
actually wasn't the first time Scott got cancelled this.
Did he try to make FNAF NFTs? How did I miss the story?
Slow down at work. Stay on top of email.
Hold on, what? I mean, I guess I should have
He got
known
cancelled
that
earlier
somebody's
this year because
making.
people had found out that he was giving a license to make FNAF NFTs. For those who aren't aware, NFTs are like digital collectibles you get through Bitcoin. These
Okay.
NFTs are extremely
So
controversial
why were
because
people-
they
why
are
were
bad
people
for
mad?
the environment. Scott was unaware of this when he gave the license, so
my
he instantly withdrew it after the fan
God.
kept telling him they were a bad idea.
Did people? Oh my goodness! The whole cryptos, dude, the environment. Oh my God! Shut
Mr. Hippo's
up.
long stories.
Oh my God!
This refers to Mr. Hippo and Ultimate Custom Night. In UCN, when you die, most of the time the
He must be
animatronic
punished
who
for his
killed you will say
crimes.
something.
I gotta
If
go
you die
watch
by
a
Mr.
game
Hippo,
in 20
he will tell you
minutes.
a long
All right,
story
Flower.
about himself
Appreciate
and
you
Orville
coming
the
through.
elephant, and a photo of him will slowly appear on
For
screen.
anyone who's new here, make
The
sure you
funny
guys
thing
join the Discord.
You
Here, I'll
can't
toss it
skip
up.
this. Even if you exit the game and come back, he will still be there until he finishes his story. SAVETHEM.
I think I kind of heard about that controversy, but I didn't know much about it.
SAVETHEM, otherwise known as Save Them, is one of the death minigames that can be played in FNAF 2 after getting killed by the animatronics. The minigame takes place at the FNAF 2 pizzeria. The player controls Withered Freddy by using the WASD keys and will have to follow the puppet. Once arriving in a certain room with
Follow
the puppet,
or else.
the game abruptly
There
cuts
is
to
no
static
or
and
else.
ends. The player can choose not to follow the
There's
puppet
just-
and instead receive
Oh,
an
wait, no, that
identical
sounds even
ending by
worse.
encountering
No,
Golden
I
Freddy
mean-
or by touching any of the 5 dead bodies strewn around the
Do
map.
what you want to do, you know?
While the player is walking, a robotic voice can be heard spelling out SAVETHEM. Very rarely during this minigame, William Afton will appear at the end of the room the player has entered. Afton will follow Withered Freddy until coming into contact with him. Blue static will then cover the screen, flashing the words, "You can't," at the bottom left corner of the screen. Puppet hallucinations. This is referring to after the puppet comes out of the box but before he kills you. In this short time span,
Appreciate
you can
that
see them
flower.
flashing on the main hall camera. It will either be their face or them floating in midair. Funko leaks.
Pulls
This
out
is
gun.
referring
This
to
is
when the
the or
global
else.
toy manufacturing
Oh, no.
company
What if they're an animatronic?
This is referring to when the global
won't
toy
help much.
manufacturing company Funko leaked products related to FNAF security breach, which we had not seen at the time.
Unless this is
Funko had
those
posted
nights
their
at
lineup of
Rachel's
upcoming
too.
toys on their Instagram with the security
Whatever he
breach
was
characters
strapped
also in
with
that
was
list.
a
The thing is, this is before the character's name
was a
revealed.
killer.
Candy Cadet stories.
A bulletproof
This refers
animatronic.
to the stories that Candy Cadet tells you in FNAF 6. Candy Cadet has 3 stories that he will tell you after he gives you a candy. The possibility of hearing a story is very difficult and takes a fond memory of the color schemes that quickly flash on him. There is no exact
So there was a trick to it? Oh.
color scheme that you must follow to get the story, but there is, however, one way that helps memorize the schemes. After he tells you to come back for a story, the color schemes will stop flashing and have a pause for a very short moment.
None of us
All
knew
the
this, I
stories have a
think.
similar
Not
motive
a single
of
one of us
death/slash
knew this.
destruction of 5 things, as well as 5 things being melted into one. This could possibly be related to the murders of the
one
5
person be like,
children, the
"I
5 members of the
knew."
Afton family, the 5 animatronics forming Eddard, or most likely,
I
William
get
melted
huge.
a classic
Time for your
animatronics
controlled
together
shock.
to make the Funtime animatronics.
I did see.
Baby's blue eyes.
Fucking.
This is referring to how Baby had blue eyes before she was possessed by Elizabeth Afton. In the Baby Ice Cream minigame, she has blue eyes, but in its sister location, she has green eyes. This is due to the fact that Elizabeth has green eyes and possesses Baby. 3, 9,
Stretch my
5,
back
2,
out, but
4,
way
8.
too.
This is a number used most prominently in FNAF 3. It appears in the Night 3 minigame.
Even
and you
I
need it
didn't
for the
know
good
this,
ending.
and I'm
If
honestly
you put the
still
code into
kind
a
of
part of the wall
skeptical.
panels in the office,
It could be one of those things where, like, unless I want to see somebody like do it multiple times in a row, no problem, and be like, all right, so first it's gonna flash this color, this is gonna flash because we're gonna click it now, and then we'll get this story, and then we're gonna do it again. It'll flash this color, this story, and then we'll get it a second time, and then a third time. Okay, we'll do it a fourth time just for good measure, and then boom, here's a 5th time in a row. Just to let you know. Then in that case, I'd be like, all right, you got me.
you can access the Stage 01 minigame. The number is actually a hexadecimal code for a greenish color, but what you might not know is the number backwards is actually
was just
another
not here for
hexadecimal
that.
code, which is the exact shade of purple that Purple Guy is in the minigames. 5th Child. In the
Green
Give
eyes
Gifts,
turn
Give
red.
Life minigame, right before you place the last head in the Golden Freddy jump scare, a 5th child will pop up in the middle of the screen. They will only appear for a split second and can be presumed to be Golden Freddy's spirit due to the jump scare. Big Bug. Big Bug was a YouTuber and gamer. I say was because he hasn't posted a video in a long time. He was the first person to beat 420 mode in the original Five Nights at Freddy's, and he was the reason Scott added a 3rd star on the menu for beating the mode. His last video was a FNAF World speculation video, which was 4 years ago, so suffice it to say, his channel is pretty dormant. Paper Pals. The Paper Pals are a group of 3 paper plate dolls, 2 of them representing one of the animatronics, those being Freddy and Bonnie.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I've only noticed what this one looks like up until now, and then I just see these out of my peripheral, and I just assumed that they all looked the same as this one. I didn't know that this one looked exactly like Bonnie, and this one looked like Freddy. Whoa, that's crazy. That's so weird. I only focused on this one because I'm usually clicking a bunch of stuff like, so I've only really focused on this one, I guess. I thought they all looked like him.
Bonnie. The 3rd is known as Paper Buddy, who doesn't seem to have a parallel. Some people thought he was Balloon Boy. However, this is only speculation. They are placed in the Party Room 4 in
Makes
FNAF
sense,
2, but they also have a
color-wise.
chance of appearing in the office. They also have a chance of appearing in FNAF 3's office. Springtrap in the
Back
newspaper.
when we was talking about FNAF World.
When you beat
Actually, it
FNAF
looks
3's
like
Nightmare
Springtrap.
Mode, you see a newspaper
Oh,
stating
crap.
how
How
Fazbear's
far
fright
back was he
burned
talking
down.
about FNAF World?
If you brighten up the image, you can see Springtrap behind the Freddy figure. Some fans find this a bit strange though.
What?
Did the photographer not see Springtrap standing there?
Bum.
Why is Springtrap's face so close to
World?
the ground? Why can his face only be seen while brightening up the image if he's so close to the Freddy figure? There's a lot of really weird problems with this, but let's not dwell on it. Handprint on Freddy's face. This is referring
Bonnie
to a
and
supposed
Puppet had a
handprint on
child.
classic Freddy's face.
That Bonnie one looks like
Fans
Springtrap.
feel this has something to do with the supposed rules, where Rule 6 is don't touch Freddy. Some people thought that this handprint was supposedly from the victim from the bite of 87, meaning that Freddy caused it. However, this was speculation and is most likely not true.
It probably doesn't mean anything.
Fazbear Fanverse Initiative.
I mean, they're probably just trying to make Freddy
Fanverse
seem
Initiative
dangerous,
is a
but like he probably didn't have
collaboration
anything
by Scott
hashed out.
Cawthon and creators of popular Five Nights at Freddy's fan games. This project is, in Scott's own words, a giant collaboration involving several fan game creators who have made some of the most popular fan games over the years here in the community. It's a project that's designed to invest into those franchises, give it back to the developers, and hopefully bring new entries to those franchises as well. The fan games in the initiative are Five Nights at Candy's 4 by Emil Mako, The Joy of Creation The Ignited Collection by Nixon, Pop Goes Evergreen by Kane Carter, One and at Plumpty's 3 by Jonachrome Jonathan, and
you
Five
gotta
Nights
play
at
that
Freddy's
one.
Plus, which is a remake of the first game by
And
Fin
then that
Snow.
one.
Scott said that these games would get mobile
Those are
ports
the
and maybe
only
even some
ones?
merchandise. It is unknown if due to Scott's retirement if the Fazbear Fanverse
We're originally
will
meant to get a
continue,
teaser,
or even
get
is still
teaser
happening.
images for Chica
Rare
and
boot
Roxanne for
images.
Security Breach, but due to
This is
Funko
referring to
leaking
images that
the
can appear
designs
when
early,
you boot
the
up the
teasers were
second or
both
third games.
kept, and
In the
eventually
second
released
game,
as bonuses
Withered
on the
Freddy
6th
appears rarely
anniversary.
when starting the game. Withered Foxy appears rarely when starting a night, and Toy Bonnie appears rarely when dying. In FNAF 3, you can see 3 images of Springtrap pulling back his mask to reveal William Afton's corpse inside. Toy Chica in Office. Similar to how Toy Bonnie appears in the office in FNAF 2, Toy Chica was also intended
They gotta
to
get some
even
more
have
in
a
that
new
in that
render form.
fanverse.
It ultimately went unused, but fans have added it back into the game. Lady Fitzy. Amashi Segatevery, otherwise known as Lady Fitzy Online, was an official artist hired by Scott Cawthon to draw characters for
We
the
should
Five
look
Nights at
up what
Freddy's
the
franchise.
requirements are, like what the standards are to get in, and see if we can like make a game and get accepted into it. Wouldn't that be crazy? Wait, what is that? Oh, that's damn it! These earbuds.
She is known for making character art for the novel trilogy and also did some art for the games like Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator and Ultimate Custom Night, along with another artist
Chica's
being
scary.
Pinky Pills. She's also been involved with a lot of controversy. She said many transphobic
11
things
games.
on Reddit and has also drawn many over-sexualized characters. She also wrote a fan fiction of William Afton murdering and molesting the missing children. She no longer draws
What?
for this series, as I suppose Scott fired her.
Appreciate the follow.
Puppet in FNAF
Welcome
1
to the
location.
stream.
In FNAF 2, when you first boot up the game, as well as at the end of the second, third, and fourth nights,
Gonna
you will
draw
have to
your
watch
character,
these
the
dreamlike
fox? Yeah.
cutscenes.
I
In the
love seeing people's
cutscenes, You
art.
play as classic
You know
Freddy
what?
in the FNAF.
We had an art channel in Discord way back in the day, but it wasn't used a ton. But people have been asking for it lately, so I mean, seems like we're getting more and more people that are like into actual like art and creating stuff. So well, I'll probably make a new channel. I'll make a new
One
channel.
location, with Bonnie and Chica beside you. On the final cutscene, Bonnie and Chica are looking at you when the puppet is
Still
following
want an
your
art
head
channel? Yeah, I'll
movements.
make one.
As you all know, the puppet wasn't in the first game. However, he would exist story-wise, so it makes sense that he could be there. Vanessa Mask. In the Curse of Dreadbear DLC of Help Wanted, Vanessa's mask can be found in the core maze by collecting all of the keys and going back to the start of the level. There will be a basement door that after unlocking the 5th key will open when you're near it. Inside the cellar there will be a single rabbit mask on the table. Putting it on will end the minigame. You can then find the mask in the prize corner at any time. If you've completed both the main story and the DLC, you can get special dialogue by looking at the glitched Spring Bonnie plush. While you can't hear Glitch Trap, you can hear what Vanessa is saying in response. 5th Power Usage Bar. In FNAF 1,
I'll
if you
use it?
close
Nice.
both doors, turn on one of the lights, and go on the cameras, a 5th power bar will pop up for a split second before disappearing. This is because the light turns off after you put the camera up. Fredbear and Friends 1983. In the nightly minigames from FNAF 4 on the television,
I don't know why,
in the
but
living
I
room,
liked that little
sometimes
bit
a
of
show
information.
called Fredbear and Friends will appear. The show apparently had Fredbear,
The
Foxy,
woman behind the
Bonnie,
slaughter.
Chica, Freddy, and maybe Spring Bonnie. He doesn't appear on the show and screens, but he does appear normally alongside Fredbear, so I'm not overly sure. Withered Bonnie's white eyes. This refers to how in FNAF 2, Withered Bonnie's eye color is inconsistent. His eyes are usually red except for in Party Room 1, the left air vent, and weirdly enough the title screen, in which they are white. Some fans have speculated that this is either because the light is shining really brightly to making them appear white, or this is being done by the spirit inside of him, similar to how Freddy and other animatronics can have glowing eyes when appearing ghostly. My friend who created this iceberg, Nader John, thinks it's because his eyes are red when he goes into attack mode, i.e. when he sees Jeremy, like when he's in the hallway or in front of him in the office. It's a pretty good theory, and I do believe this is most likely the reason. Button inconsistencies. This refers to how Balloon Boy and Nightmare Fredbear's buttons constantly change colors. They are either black,
Sonic fan?
white, or one of each. Unlike Withered Bonnie's eyes, there is no explanation at all for this. Lives. This is referring to a cut mechanic from the first 3 FNAF games. In the early gameplay footage shown on Scott Cawthon's YouTube channel, you can see a Stickman graphic along with a number 1. In the second and third games, the Stickman appears in the files alongside this Lives graphic. Smike. Michael Shevich, otherwise known as...
I don't think I would have liked that if he had lives. Because then the whole balance of the game would have had to have changed. Because it would have to be harder. But you couldn't take FNAF 1 and just made every single night even harder and added lives. Because then you would... There's a certain like threshold of like too hard, regardless of how many extra lives you get. So you have to get some sort of balance where you increase the difficulty to make sense of having the extra lives. I probably wouldn't have liked that, having the lives in it.
Smike is a Canadian gaming YouTuber who made many how-to, facts, theories, and top 10 style videos based on Five Nights at Freddy's.
I've watched this video 2 times. Pull up a chair, man, because it's better than the
Skyrim
third.
how-tos and quick playthroughs.
Imagine
Throughout
getting
the
the
years, he
night
began
6
doing
and
top
lose
10
all your
videos,
lives.
again,
Yeah,
mostly
exactly.
about Skyrim. In August 2014,
Oh wait, if you
FNAF
wait, the lives were set up in a way that if you lost your lives, you'd have to go back to night 1. Oh, oh my god. Oh, that's different. I think I kind of would have liked that. That would have been pretty tough. They could have had like a separate like maybe a hardcore mode so if you die. Yeah, it should have been a hardcore mode. That's what it should have been. The lives, it should have been like a hardcore mode, like beat it with like 2 or 3 lives, or like hardcore modes like beat it with 3 lives, and then like insane mode is like beat it with 1 life or something like that. That would have been cool. Yeah, that would have been good. 3rd time's a charm. I'm assuming that's
came out
how they
on
worked.
Steam.
Either that or
Due to
your
the
lives
game's
were returning
strange,
when you
eerie, and
died.
unsolved plot, many were left
420
wondering about
mode?
the game.
Did
That's
we
when
beat
Smike
420
began
mode in the
gathering
first game? I
information
don't
on
know
the
if we
game
did
and
that.
making top 10 videos. From that point on, his subscriber count skyrocketed.
I think we
However,
went back
somewhere
later
around
and beat it.
September 27, 2015, all of his top 10 facts videos were deleted by YouTube due to his use of Five
Falls
Nights
for
at
the
Freddy's
cause.
fan art in his videos.
Applied to the wrong message.
As some artists didn't like him using their art in his videos, several artists wrote a copyright material on his videos, and the reports were successful. Smike made a public apology video about him placing all the names of the artists in the description. In 2016, all the top 10 facts videos were re-uploaded, with all the fan art replaced with different screens from the game franchise. However, the damage was done. Smike, up until quite recently, was inactive, with his most recent video being uploaded on September 21st, 2020. In January of 2021, Smike briefly returned to make a live stream
Pretty
of him
recent.
playing
Oh, I
Five Nights
guess
at
this
Freddy's,
video came out
but he
not
hasn't
that
been
long
seen
ago.
since then. Drowning in the lake. In FNAF World, one of the main mechanics is going between glitch worlds. If you find a glitching object and touch it, you can be taken to an 8-bit glitching world where you can get to another part of the regular map. However, you can find another glitching object in this glitch world where you can go into another glitch world. Do this a couple more times and you'll reach an 8-bit red lake with someone named Old Man Consequences fishing. If you walk into the lake, you will drown and start falling. When brought back to the menu, a trophy of Freddy's sprite is unlocked. You can also be brought to the lake and drown in said lake in UCN if Old Man Consequences is sent to 1. Doing so will unlock the Freddy trophy in FNAF World if your save file is empty. Rick Astley. Rick Astley is the man behind the slaughter! No, I'm just kidding. But this entry isn't a joke. In the ending of Sister Location, when Michael Afton looks at himself in the
Think
mirror
about buying
after
a gun
being
these
scooped,
days.
his silhouette is seemingly that of Rick Astley. The exact image of him hasn't been found yet, but it is seemingly him judging by the shoulders, head shape, and that classic 80s hair. Beta designs for the Fun Times. This refers to the early designs for
I'm
Funtime
saving for
Freddy and
5K
Foxy
channel
that can be
points.
found
Oh,
in
no, no,
Sister
no.
Location's
You
extras
don't
menu.
need no worries.
It's
You don't
worth
have to do
noting
that.
that Funtime Freddy
You know the
didn't
stuff you
originally
can
have
spend
the bonbon hand puppet.
Joy
It was
Creation
more of a
Story
reddish
mode
pink
as a mode
opposed to
like
a
that.
purpler pink. On the contrary,
Or like hardcore
Funtime
mode?
Foxy was more purplish than pink in her beta
What the
design.
fuck? Holy shit, really?
Help me.
Yeah, he did it.
This refers to how the sounds that Springtrap makes when he moves around in FNAF 3 sound like he's saying, "Help me." This, however, is just a coincidence, as the noise Springtrap makes are actually alpaca noises with a lower pitch and echo effect. Illusion discs. Illusion discs are objects introduced in the novels. They are flat discs about the size of a $50 coin. They were created by William Afton for his animatronics. These discs employ 5 high-pitched frequencies that constantly change. The noise is only detected by the subconscious, which becomes overwhelmed with the patterns. This causes the listener's mind to perceive something as not what it really is. A side effect of these frequencies is feeling sick. They are used on the twisted animatronics to either make them appear super cute and cuddly, or really scary looking. It's revealed that once a character in the novel breaks the discs, the twisted animatronics are actually just bare endoskeletons. They are also apparently used in the games as well, as people suspect that the Nightmare animatronics are using these discs to make them appear scarier. People think that William is using these discs to make his son fear the animatronics to keep him safe. You can also seemingly see one of these illusion discs when repairing Funtime Freddy
William
in Sister
Afton is
Location.
an alpaca with an illusion
Mediocre
disc.
melody
It
whispers.
looks like a human.
In Ultimate Custom
That
Night,
would
whenever one
explain
of the
a lot.
mediocre melody speaks, a
He's
whisper
just
can
killing people because he's just a mad alpaca scientist.
be
I don't
heard echoing what they are saying.
So this
The
person
voice
saying
could
William
be
Afton
baby, but
is
it's hard to tell as it's
alpaca.
so quiet.
Is this man
Here's an example.
okay?
We've only just
It seems
begun.
pretty
I will
legitimate.
never let you leave. I will never let
I think
you
I saw a
rest.
Matt Pat game theory about it.
Let you rest.
Night 8. Night 8 is a glitch in the first 2 FNAF games, but most famously in FNAF 2. Upon completing nights 1 to 7, if the player scrolls their mouse over all the options on the main menu rapidly, players can see the night under the continue option flicker between night 5 and night 8.
Man, I miss
has led people
a
to believe
good
that a
Matt Pat video. Like Matt Pat would like
secret night 8
anything,
level
like,
exists. However, this
literally-
is just a glitch.
look. Matt Pat would be like, you know, here's the office that we all know and love, but there is one thing that we all may have missed. Did you see it? The fan. If we slow down to 0.2 speed, you can see the fan is actually spinning in reverse. That's right. This place is actually on Jupiter. Five Nights at Freddy's is actually in space. But hey, that's just a theory, a game theory. But he would do it so well. The video would be so good that at the end we'd all be like, I can't, let me go tell my friend this motherfucker's on Jupiter. We missed it. This whole time, Five Nights at Freddy was on Jupiter. Matt Pat solved it. And then the next video, hey guys, so I got it wrong, but I've been doing some thinking. And then he just reeled us back. We're in such a toxic relationship with Matt Pat. He just lies to us. And then the next video, he just sweet talks us. And then we're back to listening to him for another fucking 20 minutes. 20, 30 minutes. He's rambling on about nothing. And then we'll believe every
This is because the
fucking
night 8
word.
option isn't generated on the main menu because the game's update loop isn't running fast enough to match the mouse scrolling through the
I love a
options
good Mad
repeatedly.
Pat video.
Buff Helpy. Buff
Manipulate
Helpy is
me,
an
Matt.
image meme
Manipulate
within the
me.
Dawko and FNAF communities. The image is just Helpy's head photoshopped onto a muscular man. He first appeared as one of the many memes in Dawko's meme review video, FNAF Meme Review 2.0. He has since then appeared in every following meme review video, with people making even more creative versions of him. Yellow Bear. Yellow Bear was Golden Freddy's original name, as shown by the files of the first game. The first use of the name Golden Freddy was by Markiplier, and since then has supposedly
There was a
stuck,
Night 8
first
shit.
appearing in
Thanks
FNAF
for
2's
watching.
Custom Night.
It's
Jack
like
Black.
Nintendo.
Jack Black is an
Hey, how
American
we'll
actor,
still buy
singer, and
how we'll still
songwriter.
buy their game.
He has appeared in numerous films and television shows. He's made a couple of honestly amazing TikToks related to FNAF. He's sung the Five Nights at Freddy's song by the Living Tombstone, claimed to be a
Such a
mofo
good TikTok.
Springtrap, and has even played the games and reviewed them. Toxic Song. This refers to an unused attack in FNAF World, and most likely would have poisoned enemies as with Toxic Bite, and may have been usable by Phantom Mangle and Springtrap, since their fixed counterparts, Funtime Foxy and Spring Bonnie, are the only characters with Cosmic Song. Bootleg copies. This refers to several unofficial and quite awful free FNAF games you can find on the internet. They are basically choppy, low frame rate, and just overall worse versions of the games. They can be found on those websites where you can play millions of questionably legal games.
This is hold on, wait a minute. This is what this website is? Bro, you know how many times I've seen this ad? This ad will be like, you know, the ad that pops up right here? I've seen this ad there a million times. That's just what this website is, just a super buggy, low res version of these games.
We found on those websites really where you can play millions of questionably legal
games. These games are basically free already.
Curse Haunting. This refers to an unused
I feel like you can find a deal
world. Presumably,
and get them mad cheap,
on all enemies
or just
find
them for
battle,
free.
or else a Ghost Freddy would appear and stun an enemy occasionally. The chip may have been replaced with the green chip Quick Start Party, which stuns enemies for the first few seconds
Imagine
of the
security
battle.
breach on that.
Freddy Bear.
It's probably
this
destined to end up
Freddy's
there at
original
some point.
name, Freddy Bear. We already mentioned this, but this is obviously a play on Teddy Bear. We've already said that the Kickstarter for the original game housed his name, but so did somewhere else. The Steam page for the first game still calls Freddy Freddy Bear. This actually might have been where Fredbear's name came from.
Alright, I'm gonna start looking through these. Hold on. Purple, Bonnie, FNAF World, enemies, Ballora looking through the window. I don't know why I thought I was gonna say Ballora looking ass. Ballora looking through the window, Scott is self-taught, sister location blueprints, fright done, coffee. Standards, oh wait, that's all the same thing. Shit. Argumentative, standards, coffee, elevation, passive, heights. Wait, what's that stand for? ASCEPH. What is that? Is that something? What does that stand for? FNAF 1 is meant to be Scott's last game. Yendo, movie rips-offs, Princess Quest, Phantom Mangle, and Happiest Day Absent. Unused stage show renders.
Purple Bonnie. This refers to common misconceptions that Bonnie is purple. This is because in the FNAF 1 trailer, the yellow and orange stage light make him appear purple. However, Bonnie is blue, as shown by literally every other iteration of Bonnie.
No,
FNAF World enemies on the desk. This refers to how 3 FNAF World enemies can appear on your desk in Ultimate Custom Night. These enemies are Tangled,
I need to get back to posting
Rabbit,
on TikTok. I think that's going to be the next video that I post on TikTok probably, was that fucking Zor video.
and Bounce Pot.
It was terrifying.
This, along with the Old Man Consequences Easter egg, confirm that FNAF World and UCN are connected. Ballora looking through the window. This refers to an unused image in Sister Location. The image is of Ballora with her faceplates open in the Ballora gallery. It is unknown why it is unused, maybe because no one ever comes up to the glass in the primary control module. FNAF 1 was meant to be Scott's last game. After his previous games like The Desolate Hope and Chipper & Sons had small success but harsh criticism and not a lot of revenue, Scott was going to quit game development altogether. Of course, everyone knows the story of how Scott took the critiques, made FNAF, yada yada yada. Sister Location Blueprints. These are secret blueprints that can be found in the extras menu of Sister Location. They are the blueprints of the 4 main animatronics and reveal many things such as their features, weight, and height. Wait, what? Oh, why are they all 6 feet? Baby is 7 feet? Why? Why are they so tall? I know they're supposed to capture kids, but geez, William, settle yourself.
I don't know. I kind of get that because, I mean, the Chuck E. Cheese animatronics are huge. They're just big for some reason.
Also, Funtime Freddy is shown to have a child inside
I feel like
his
it's
stomach,
the smaller they get, the harder it is to work
Scott
with
is
that type
self-taught.
of
Even
technology.
though Scott Cawthon went to school for
Especially,
animation,
like,
he
back
self-taught
then.
himself game design when he was a child. His first game was called Doofus in 1994 when he was 16. Movie ripoffs. There are 2 recent movies that fans feel are based off of Five Nights at Freddy's. When Warner Bros. Lost the FNAF movie rights, they apparently took the script and made a new movie. The film, called the Banana Splits movie, based off of the Hanna-Barbera characters of the same name, was about these animatronics killing people. It was a fine enough movie, but the parallels to FNAF were pretty apparent. Then there was Willy's Wonderland by Nicolas Cage, which is an even more obvious FNAF ripoff because it's about a security guard exploring an abandoned family amusement center with.
Oh, I have to watch it. Oh, I have to watch it.
There was
what
even
is
a
this called?
controversy exploring an Cage, which is an even more.
Willy's Wonderland. Hold up. Let me write this down. Guys, this might be our first movie night thing in Discord. I don't know. Because I kind of want to do movie nights in Discord. That might be Willy's Wonderland. Not Silly's Wonderland. Silly. Willy's Wonderland. There we go.
More obvious.
That seems like it's gonna be really good.
A security guard exploring an abandoned family amusement center with evil animatronics.
Nicolas Cage as a security guard. That's gonna be so good.
FNAF characters such as Barry Bear, Pirate Pete, and Regina Rabbit, who were similar to Freddy, Foxy, and Bonnie, respectively. Yendo.
I love that movie.
Yendo
bet.
is an endoskeleton found in
the glam rock animatronics must be big too, because Freddy can store a child inside of it.
Yeah. Sister Location's custom night. Yendo is very similar to Funtime Freddy's endoskeleton.
Yeah, I've been trying to do movie night for a bit. I think Discord probably the best way to do it.
Yendo, has 3 differences: a lack of inner faceplates, both hands,
Woody's Wonderland,
and yellow irises, rather than Funtime Freddy's blue. When using the flash beacon in the Funtime Auditorium in Night 3, the player has a very rare chance to encounter Yendo instead of Funtime Foxy. Yendo maintains eye contact with the player and will not be able to attack them. However, if the player fails to use the beacon while encountering him, Funtime Foxy will still attack them regardless. Fright Dome.
I hated that level.
This refers to the FNAF Fright Dome attraction at Circus in Los.
They were playing so much D at the fucking door. Like, who? Oh my god, they were boxing me out, man. They were guarding so. Like, dog, he was playing the wrong game. Whatever animatronic was in that room, they signed up for the wrong life. They were guarding me so hard, and like I moved to the room, no problem. But it was that door. We can go back and watch that video. If you look, there's so many attempts I had of me just breezing through the room and then getting to that door, and then me trying to juke him out. Just juke him out. But no, I go to the left, he goes to the left. I go to the right, he goes to the right. He was just on my ass. It was crazy.
Las Vegas. It was opened on September 30th, 2016, and featured real-life fabric recreations of Freddy, Bonnie, and Chica from the first game. Development of this attraction took 3 to 4 months, which was officially confirmed by an employee. Inside this interactive haunted house, guests will be given a tour of Freddy's Pizzeria by the on-duty security guard and must have their eyes peeled for the animatronics. The attraction was changed every day that it was open to feature new jump scares, animatronics, and
fake arcade machines.
Freddy's Pizza.
They had these at Universal. There was some like some sort of theme. I think it was near Halloween, and it was a Stranger Things type theme or whatever. And because the 80s arcades were big, they had like this one area where there was these arcade machines that were like lined up on the sides, and they were fake.
Inside this interactive haunted house, guests will be given a tour of Freddy's Pizzeria by the on.
What's that one scene from that movie, Uncut Gems? I've never even seen that movie. That part with Kevin, wait, is it Kevin Garnett? Yeah, I think it was Kevin Garnett that was in that scene that was just like, why would you show me something I can't have? That's how I feel.
Security guard and must have their eyes peeled for the animatronics. The attraction was changed every day that it was open to feature new jump scares,
the 12-inch statue of Freddy, Gregory.
After you would finish the attraction, you would then be able to take a photo
Benny's the same height as Freddy. Either she's tall as hell or Gregory's tiny.
This refers to a sprite in the files of FNAF 2.
It's like he's just an inaccuracy.
It's some kind of
probably
8-bit sprite.
But I'd like
no
to think she's like just
about this.
7 feet tall.
The file is called Mike, which could be referring to Mike Schmidt from FNAF 1 or Michael.
That's why they running from her.
Who knows? Princess Quest. Princess Quest is a special.
Gregory, even I think that's a big bitch. We gotta go. we gotta get the hell out of here, Gregory.
Occasionally, a glitch pattern will appear on the object of the prize counter.
Your big ass walking through doorways.
The player must zoom in on one of these glitching objects. Afterwards, the screen will fade to black and fade back to the level selected with everything unlocked, along with Princess Quest shown on the right monitor. The player starts in a room with a door they can't open, and they have to light all 4 torches in the next room to open the door in that room. The player will then end in a room full of floating glitch trap heads that will attack them. After lighting those torches, they can now go into the
I
next
don't know
room
why
and
she
get the
reminds
key,
me like the
and
Flame
glitch trap blockers
Princess
will
from
block the
Adventure
door
Time.
and attack the player if they gets too close. FNAF 3 Cupcake. The FNAF 3 Cupcake, otherwise known as the Phantom Cupcake, is a cupcake that most people don't know about. He will appear in cams 6, 2, 4, and 8. If you click a Phantom Cupcake, it'll disappear. You'll have to click every cupcake to get the Chica's Party minigame, and by extension, get the good ending. Phantom Mangle and Happiest Day absent from the extras. Phantom Mangle is the only Phantom animatronic to not appear on the extras menu. This is most likely due to the fact
Gregory
that no
is a
complete
kid, so
images of
oh yeah,
Phantom
that would make
Mangle
Gregory
exist.
the same height
Its
too.
appearance in the office is only a disembodied head, and its appearance on Camo 4 is drastically cropped and shadowed.
Gregory's the
Happiest
same
Day
height
minigame is also the only
as,
extra minigame which doesn't appear in the extras menu. Argumentative.
Is it
Standards,
called Glamrock
elevation,
Fredbear
passive,
or is it something
heights.
else?
In Sister Location,
By the way,
take
if he's the
ghost
same
laugh
height as
sound you
him,
get after the
that means
exit
we literally is wearing him like a suit, like the spring locked suit, like.
tells you to zap
That'd be
below
really-
it and speed it
that'd
up
be really
to
funny.
100%. It isn't a laugh at all, rather a random series of words. Those being argumentative, standards, elevation, passive, heights. As to what it means, I really don't know. Coffee. Coffee is one of Scott's characters from one of his previous games, The Desolate Hope. He was
Yeah,
later
we've never
added in the
took
1.2
Glamrock
update
Freddy.
of FNAF World.
Not again with
He can be
headphones.
unlocked if the
Gotta
player
let
beats
them
FNAF
charge.
57, Freddy, in space without collecting any upgrades. He is a coffee machine that carries a coffee pot with a handle attached. He has 2 arms and 2 legs attached to it, an eye with 4 prongs on the top to resemble eyelashes, as well as a long antenna on the top of his head. His most recent appearance was in Help Wanted, where he can appear as an Easter egg.
Really? He must have not popped up, Mike. I didn't know. Maybe he did, and I just didn't recognize the significance. BB Laugh and Coco Melon. I still have never heard that word said, so I always say both. Coco Melon, Coco Melon. Isn't this some like kids thing from YouTube? Camera flipping, Minarina spell out baby, epic surfing videos, beta nightmare Fredbear and Help Wanted trailer, autobiography of a yogi, Ennard's eyebrows. Okay, cut voices, Fox, FNAF 1, Foxy, and FNAF 2, Lolbit, event. Okay.
BB Laugh and Coco Melon. This refers to a video showing that
Coco Melon. Okay.
in the children's show Coco Melon, a child can be
That's
heard
how
laughing,
you say it.
the same laugh that Balloon Boy uses.
We're learning.
This is because Balloon Boy's laugh
Oh,
is a
that's-
stock
that's
sound
creepy.
effect.
Yo, they did this with My Little Pony too. The little My Little Pony show. Maybe they already said this. Maybe they already went into this. But they did this with FNAF 3. The jump scare noise from
Camera
Springtrap.
flipping. This refers to a glitch in the first game. When Bonnie or Chica have gotten into your office, if you flip the camera up and down during the jump scare, you can prolong your death. This can be done for the rest of the night if you're skilled enough. Mini arenas spell out baby. This refers to if you're skilled camera up and down during the jump scare, you can prolong your death.
Bonnie
This can
and
be
Chica
done for the
mad
rest
as
of the night if
hell.
you're skilled enough. Mini arenas spell out baby. This refers to a theory that on Valor's extra menu screen, the mini arena's hands and feet correspond to the letters spelling out baby. I can kinda see it, but the right leg on the last one isn't used on the Y, even though the right leg is used on the other letters, so, I mean, I can kinda see it, but it also kinda feels like a stretch. Bonbon in the Vent. This refers to a teaser for Sister Location's Custom Night. In the teasers, a Bidybab and Bonbon can be seen crawling in the vent. However, Bonbon doesn't appear in the vent during the finished Custom Night. Roxo 1987. Roxo 1987 is a YouTuber and editor. You might not know his name, but you definitely know his work. He created the Grey Puppet hoax, Shadow Bonnie jump scare hoax, and most famously, the Purple Guy animatronic hoax. He's made many fake hoaxes and other FNAF related videos. However, he hasn't been active since 9 months ago, so his channel might be
Now the
dormant.
guys that make hoaxes are the good
UCN
guys.
original roster. This refers to cut characters from Ultimate Custom Night. These characters were Adventure Endo 01, the Freddles, Bucket Bob, Number 1 Crate, and Mr.
Adventurer
Candu.
Endo?
The Freddles became a part of Nightmare Freddy, and Bucket Bob, Number 1 Crate, and Mr. Candu were combined into Trash in the Gang. Lolbit Mask. This refers to how in Sister Location, the entered mask in the primary control module will sometimes be replaced with a Lolbit mask with glowing eyes. FNAF 3 map is Anim Dude. This refers to how if you take the FNAF 3 map and flip it upside down, it resembles Scott Cawthon's avatar, Anim Dude. Ennard's eyebrows. This refers to how sometimes Ennard is missing his eyebrows. They appear most of the time, like in his jump scare animation. However, in the extras menu of Sister Location, his early UCN photo, and even the Funko action figure, Ennard is missing his right eyebrow. It is unknown why this happens. Cut voices. This is referring to the scrap voices planned for Freddy and Toy Bonnie in Ultimate Custom Night. Freddy was planned to be voiced by Kellen Goff, the voice actor for Funtime Freddy and Molten Freddy. Toy Bonnie was planned to be voiced by Stephanie Belinda Quinn, the voice actor for Dee Dee. Freddy's recorded voice lines went on to be used by Fredbear, albeit heavily distorted. Toy Bonnie's lines, however, are a mystery
voice
because there is
casting
no
call
documentation
for Five
of what
Nights at
his
Freddy's.
voice lines would have been like if they were ever recorded. Puppet in Office. This refers to how there's an image in the files of FNAF 2 of the puppet on strings appearing in the office.
You guys hear my voice? I
It
was
was
in the
most
game.
likely cut because the puppet only appears in
no,
the
Sean,
prize
who are
corner
you?
and then jumps out of the hallway.
I was the fan.
There'd be no point of him to appear in the office. Epic
Oh.
Surfing Vids.
Okay.
Epic
Exactly.
Surfing Vids is a YouTuber and hoax extraordinaire. He's made so many FNAF hoaxes and edits, such as the Balloon Girl jump scare, security cameras in FNAF 4, Phantom Money jump scare, and the list goes on and on. However, his most famous hoax was the mysterious purple figure video. He hasn't posted in 4 years, so his channel is dormant. Bonnie running. This refers to how in the FNAF 1 trailer, Bonnie
That's
can be
so
seen
crazy.
running.
Imagine making something so successful and then one day being like, eh. Like, I don't think people that get like that post content that blows up like off the bat, I don't think those people realize how insane that is. Like people will walk away from an account that's getting millions of views per video because they don't understand the value of what they have. And like you could say like, oh no, it was their decision to walk away from it and da 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 blah blah. Like no, they have no idea how crazy, because they never really had to see like the other side of it. Some people, they'll work hard over years and years and eventually like develop it. But I feel like those people, you'll rarely see them get like millions and millions of views and then just randomly stop. Like I feel like there's usually like a big like, I'm stepping away because of blah blah. It's been a great journey and da 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 da. But to just one day just randomly be like, oh yeah, homeboy stopped posting like 2 years ago. I don't know what happened to him. And then you look at their page and they got like millions and millions and millions of views per video. That's so crazy. Like I don't know if you guys know the Super Hot Fire guy. I'm sure you guys should. The guy that used to do the fake freestyle or a rap battle videos. And he would just say something stupid in the crowd, be like, oh, right? He blew up like crazy off those videos. And then one day, he just like, a homeboy just thought he was so above everybody. Like he was just like, yeah, I'm like the funniest man on earth, the greatest comedian of my time. And then he went and deleted his entire YouTube channel because he's like, if people want to see my stuff, then I guess they're gonna have to stay tuned or some shit like that. He's never been able to replicate that success because he just randomly thought. I just think that shit is mind blowing.
Just for the trailer or ask.
Maybe there's something that went on behind the scenes with this random
YouTuber.
YouTuber. But I just think that's just mind blowing sometimes.
FNAF 1 Foxy and FNAF 2. This refers to a teaser released on Scott's website in the lead up to FNAF 2. It shows a purple curtain with Foxy and Mangle behind it. This could have meant that Foxy would have been in FNAF 2, however this is most likely false. It's either because he wanted the original Foxy in the teaser as to ease people into this new game with new designs,
That's a real teaser.
Or he just didn't have the Withered Foxy model ready yet. Beta Nightmare Fredbear and Help Wanted trailer. This refers to how in the Help Wanted trailer, Nightmare Fredbear appears for a split second, and when he does, his colors are wrong. His colors are seemingly that of Nightmare Freddy's. This was, however, most likely an error. Autobiography of a Yogi.
Well, why did I miss all
Autobiography
this
of
stuff?
a
Wait,
Yogi
Gregory is a child and
Paramahansa
Vanny is after him. Does that mean
first
Vanny is
published
a
in
pedophile chasing a
1946.
kid?
During Night
Possibly.
5's phone call of FNAF 1, this can be
Coco
heard.
Melon has the same amount of subs as PewDiePie. The equivalent of playing peekaboo with a baby. That's so weird that I missed all of this. I don't know why my phone does that sometimes. It'll just randomly be like, you've read enough. You're done.
If you reverse it, it's
You
a
cannot
section
tell
of
me
the
these are their canon
autobiography.
heights.
This paragraph talks about how plants, people, and metals share the same life force. This could be referring to how the animatronics are possessed by ghosts, but that's just speculation. Most people could
Look, man. Look. It's a big woman, all right? That's just a big woman. That's all that is, all right? That's the type of woman that I need. I'm trying to have some big kids. I want some tall kids. Why is she not chasing me? Where is this place at? How do I break into this place? I'm trying to have her chase me down. I want some D1 athletes, okay? I want some large children. I want me a Vanny, all right? Don't call
make
me
out what the
unless
paragraph was saying,
you got
but a
that
lot of
that
people
Vanny
seem
pack,
to hear the
okay?
joy of creation. The actual sentence is the joy of creative service. However, the joy of creation thing went on to inspire the popular fan game, The Joy of Creation, by Nixon. Golden Cupcake. The Golden Cupcake is a yellow-colored cupcake that only appears in FNAF 3. He can occasionally replace the Toy Bonnie drawing on Cam 4. Judging by its official render image found on page 83 of the Freddy Files, the Golden Cupcake is merely the original Cupcake's model but with yellow frosting. On the same page, a recipe for Chica's Golden Cupcake Pizza can be seen, but I don't think they're related. Tell anyone about this and I cut
Gregory
your throat.
is probably up to their
On
knees.
very
Yeah.
rare occasion when playtesting the Fruit Punch Clown in Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator, he will say,
"Tell anyone about this and I cut your throat,"
instead of Fruit Punch for everyone. Cancelled due to leaks. This refers to a teaser on scottgames.com in the lead up to Sister Location. Many people thought this teaser meant that something had leaked from the game and that Scott was cancelling Sister Location. This, however, was not the case. If you brighten up the image, it tells the story of how Circus Baby's Pizza World was supposedly closed on its first day of maintenance due to gas leaks. I am not going to delve into the lore, but we all know that's not what happened. Logbook Chica.
Jesus Christ.
Logbook Chica is a minor antagonist of the third story in Fazbear Frights, Gumdrop Angel. She's a yellow chicken with a texture resembling fire damage. Her right arm and legs are deteriorated as well as the bottom half of her torso. She also seems to have the structure of classic Chica but has an endoskeleton from FNAF 2. Her eyes are either looking to the left or just missing, though it's difficult to tell. The top part of her beak is missing, exposing her endoskeleton mouth and teeth. Her first and at the time only visual appearance was at the end of the updated Freddy Files. However, she would later appear in Gumdrop Angel. She appears when the protagonist Hudson attempts to escape Fazbear's Fright. After a number of animatronic heads block the vent, a Chica head comes down after. However, this Chica is an entire animatronic, albeit heavily damaged. The Chica grabs Hudson's leg as he tries to escape the building.
I thought he said
tries to
tell
fight
anyone
back,
and I'll
but
take
he
your
hears
soul.
his crushed Faith's voice saying, "I like you." Hudson fights back once again and makes them fall out of the vent. Hudson lands on the floor while Chica falls into a pile of animatronic parts. The parts rip Chica to pieces, leaving only yellow fur.
Okay. Quick second. I'm gonna make a quick shake. Give me like 2 minutes. Hopefully those earbuds don't get unplugged or die, or I'm still good with those. Yeah, this isn't like a shake where I'm blending anything up. So, I don't really have a blender, so I couldn't if I wanted to. Alright.
FNAF 3 Night 7.
No.
This
I
refers
knew
to
it.
an
I
unused
knew
graphic
somehow
in
these were gonna
FNAF
turn
3.
off. Why? Why though? Alright, I'm just unplug these. These should be fine at this point. This. Oh. No! Damn it! Wait, is it even... Still can't hear anything. What the fuck? What's going on? What? Hold on. I dislike this. Why is it just not reading? It says it's connect. It what? Now it's connected.
7 just appears in the
So I can hear that. But I'm guessing all this stuff is still messed up? Okay. Like I thought.
menu as a nightmare mode, as opposed to having a custom night like all the other games. Bearer of Revenge. Fukushin no Kuma, otherwise known as Bearer of Revenge in English, are animated anime-like segments in Ultimate Custom Night. A new episode is shown once you reach a certain point milestone. Each cutscene initially follows Freddy, dressed as a samurai, narrating the validity of his battles against...
Is what me?
Gotcha, bitch!
Is what me?
Foxy, while lamenting his current punishment for the week before rebounding and plotting revenge. The scene then transitions to Foxy and his dojo.
I keep hearing window noises? Yeah, that was me. I had to fix a couple things in the I had to fix the browser sources for the sound alerts and the TTS.
Freddy's retaliation
All done.
and declaring that he will be ready, while Mangle hangs from the ceiling and comments. All of the cutscenes tell their story via subtitles, as the dialogue is entirely spoken in Japanese. In addition, none of the dialogue matches the subtitles. The relationship between this Freddy and Foxy is theorized to be symbolizing Henry, Emily, and William Afton's relationship. Screws, bolts, and hairpins. This refers to a magazine in the FNAF series, with its first appearance being in...
Wait, the stuff they're saying in Japanese is different from what they're saying in the subtitles? I'm interested in knowing what they said.
Sister location. On night 1, hand unit says the technician job for sister location was listed in the magazine. It can also be seen in the FNAF survival logbook. On page 4, which is the chapter marker, you can see Foxy reading a magazine called Screws, Bolts, and Hairpins. I honestly don't really know what this means, but I had seen one Reddit post that noticed all these objects hold things together. Screws and bolts hold machines together, and hairpins hold hair together. Bonnie and Chica height oversight. This refers to how in the party room of FNAF 1, Chica appears to tower over Bonnie. This is definitely a mistake because they are roughly the same height in every other appearance. It could be a perspective thing, however they're seemingly right beside each other, so I'm not really sure. Shadow BB. Shadow BB is an infamous FNAF hoax. I can't find the original poster, but I do remember seeing the image back in the day. He was said to be exclusive to the mobile ports of FNAF
7
2.
feet tall?
The hoax is of a shadowy balloon boy with white accents. This obviously isn't in the game, and that's all I really have to say about it. Nightmare JJ. This was an early FNAF 4 hoax that came out right after the Halloween DLC was published. If you recall, Plushtrap is replaced by Nightmare BB in the DLC, so most hadn't overly seen him yet. The hoax showed an edited Nightmare BB with different colors and eyelashes. This hoax was actually made by fellow YouTuber GoMotion. She is super talented at edits and you should definitely sub to her, link in the description. Molten Freddy Blueprint. This refers to a blueprint found in the files of FNAF 6. It shows...
Did you guys go start spamming that channel in Discord because I had it up on stream for a second? The timing seems like
Molten Freddy, which as a reminder is a mix of Ballora, Funtime Freddy, and Funtime Foxy. It lists the remaining animatronic security tags as being active. I guess not Bonbon though. I don't know
like
if he
people
was
always I
he was
figured
separate from Funtime Freddy, but I guess he's not there. Anyway, this is also one of the first mentions of Remnant, which would become super important, and the first mention of Paragraph 4, which I'm not going to delve into as I'm not fully sure what it means. The characters' names were originally placeholders. This refers to how Freddy Fazbear, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy were just temporary names for the characters to be replaced later. However, Scott had grown attached to these names and decided to keep them as their names, and I'm so glad he did. They're just the perfect names for the characters. Bilge Rat.
Yeah, I like their names.
Bilge Rat
I wonder
refers
what
to the
it would
lowest rank you can possibly get in the Pirate Ride minigame in Curse of Dreadbear. If you get this rank, you'll be jump scared by Captain Foxy, which is the only way you'll get jump scared by Captain Foxy. The reason this is so low is that most players probably wouldn't see this without trying to get it on purpose. Bonnie's guitar copyright. This refers to how Bonnie's original guitar got changed due to copyright. Bonnie's original guitar was a Gibson Flying V. The guitar was chosen as it had a very iconic 80s vibe, and this guitar would go on to be used by Toy Bonnie and Rockstar Bonnie. However, the company of the guitar, Gibson Guitars, tried to sue Scott for using them. They also tried to sue Funko as they had made a fake Bonnie guitar toy. Scott obliged, and the guitar was changed in every game post-Help Wanted, including the console and mobile ports of FNAF 1, 2, and
Gibson,
Pizzeria
what
Simulator.
the hell?
Funko also stopped selling the guitar, and in any future merch, toys, and whatever would have this new guitar design. The funny thing is that in 2018, the FNAF Monopoly released, in which case the guitar was
we own a
actually
copyright
the new
on all
guitar, not
pointy
the old
guitars.
one. So we should have seen this coming. He was here. This refers to the name of the Mangle sprite in the files of FNAF 2. The sprite appears in the Save Them minigame, which also features William Afton. The he was here definitely refers to Afton being there. This may imply that Mangle witnessed one of Afton's murders, if we disregard the theory that Mangle is Susie's dog.
Damn, bro.
Theory that Mangle is Susie's...
That dog is fucked up. That dog is dead as hell. Damn.
dog.
Damn. Did William kill the dog? Or would somebody else kill the dog and he just like lied to her about it? Because I mean, if he killed the dog, then like, shit, he nailed that thing. Like, yikes!
Another FNAF fan
If that's
game
by
open source was a
accident,
fan
then
game
like,
created by
whew,
Fiznum.
but like,
It was shown and advertised
meant
as
to
FNAF
do
2
that?
remake or remaster,
Whew,
even using models
fucking
from Help
bullseye.
1. Even though Scott is fine with fan games, this infringes too much on the original, and he requested GameJolt to take the game down for being too much of
He
a
got ran
competition
over.
to FNAF 2. Even though Scott was
Because of what
totally
anime
justified in
Toy
his
Chica
takedown
said,
as it's
telling
offering a
someone
free
ran over his
alternative to
dog.
FNAF 2, people have questioned his decision from a moral standpoint. However, this drama all blew over when Scott commissioned Fiznum to make FNAF Plus, a FNAF 1 remake as part of the Fazbear Fanverse initiative. Sister Location MA. We already talked about this in the Ultimate FNAF Iceberg Part 1, which you should check out if you didn't see it, but I'll cover it here again. Sister Location MA
One
was a
might
troll
say
game by
that
Scott in the
dog's
lead up to
body
Sister Location. Scott
got
had said that Sister
mangled.
Location was becoming more adult than he had hoped for, and he was trying to make it less mature. He said that he would still release the first night as Sister Location MA on GameJolt for free, but encouraged fans to wait for the game when it was fixed. The MA was actually just one of Scott's previous games, but the main character had a Freddy head. Another hilarious prank from good old Scotty C. Hidden Biddy Babs and Mini Arenas. This refers to how Biddy Babs and Mini Arenas can appear in some pretty strange spots. They can appear in Michael's home or in his popcorn, in the control module, in the elevator, and the control room. It is unknown if these Easter eggs are canon or not, due to the mini arenas appearing in the popcorn, meaning they escape Sister Location. Blurred newspaper text. This refers to on most of the newspapers in the game, there is blurred text on the outside of the main circled topic. The blurred text is actually random facts that Scott wrote. Some of them reveal facts that we didn't know, such as that the characters' names were placeholders, but a lot of it was just jokes. Beta Control Module. This refers to an early design of the control module in Sister Location's extras menu. The most notable difference is how the vents were originally going to be a bunch of steel bars instead of, well, vents. Unused puppet frame. This refers to an unused frame in FNAF 3 of the puppet's face. It might be a higher quality version of the last frame of his FNAF 2 jump scare, but I'm not sure. This was in the files along with the other puppet files from FNAF 2.
Wait, what?
FNAF 2 was meant to release a frame. This refers to an unused frame in FNAF 3 of the puppet's face. It might be a higher quality version of the last frame of his FNAF.
Besides the pupils, the white lights, it doesn't look super different. It looks like it has more definition.
FNAF 2 jump scare, but I'm not sure. This was in the files along with the other puppet files from FNAF 2. FNAF 2 was meant to release in 2015. This refers to how in the first teaser for FNAF 2 with Withered Freddy, the date in the bottom says 2015. This would have meant that FNAF 2 would have released in 2015 as opposed to 2014. We all know that Scott, being the madman he is, released the game early. Another joke by Scotty C. I guess not a joke, more of like a surprise. So I guess another surprise from Scotty C. I guess. Bonbon and Yendo plush. These two plushes are two rumored / fake
I
plush.
might make. I don't know what the. I might have to like alter it a little bit. I might make this guy into an emote or something. I don't know why this would be funny to spam if somebody's just like rambling for too long.
So I guess another surprise from Scotty C. I guess. Bonbon and Yendo plush. These two plushes are two rumored / fake plushies that had very similar circumstances. For those who aren't aware, the Sister Location Plus set only had a Bonnet plush. However, plushes started showing up of a GameStop exclusive Bonbon plush. However, these were most likely just a color edited Bonnet plush. There was also a rumored Yendo plush that was a Best Buy exclusive, however there are no photos of him, meaning he's most likely not real. FNAF in real life. This refers to a series of images that supposedly show FNAF in real life. I know you've all seen these one and I feel a lot of nostalgia for some of these, but here we go. There was this one which was supposed to be Foxy, this real life Bonnie animatronic, this puppet looking thing.
What the fuck is that?
To be Foxy, this real
Oh, that's an actual Gibson, is it not? Oh no, this is terrible. Does he have a cold?
real life Bonnie animatronic, this puppet looking thing, Foxy running down the hall.
You know this was at some like furry convention. This is definitely at like some furry convention, and these two people are just really creative. This is hilarious.
And of course,
that's really
this
fucking
image.
good. I
Everyone
wish there
believed
was a
this was the
video. They should have made that a video. I wish there was a video of him running down that hall.
real life location, even though it was a little suspicious as there's no Freddy branding and it looks like just a regular old pizza place. Which it was. This was obviously a hoax. However, the real location was called Papa's Pizza Parlor in Oregon. Rhymery. Rhymery is a Twitch streamer and was the first person to meet 50/20 mode in Ultimate Custom Night. He beat it on July 8, 2018. I'll leave his Twitch channel and the YouTube channel in the description. Cancelled theme park ride. This is referring to the cancelled FNAF Dark Ride. I don't know if it was cancelled or not, but this entry seems to say so.
Watch
so
for
I'll stick with
breakfast,
it.
Dad. After this,
It was being created by Sally Dark Rides and was supposed to explore Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. You would ride in a golf cart of some sort and explore the many locations, including the office, Pirate's Cove with Foxy, the arcade with the puppet, this random room full of pizzas with Springtrap, this ball pit with Withered Bonnie, and the show stage with Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy. It sounds like a great concept, similar to the Fright Dome, but 1,000 times better, and I'm pretty sad it's supposedly been cancelled. Springtrap posters. This refers to how some posters in Fazbear's Fright from FNAF 3 will change to feature Springtrap.
Spring Bonnie!
Plushies Take Manhattan. This refers to a planned script for the FNAF movie. It supposedly would have been similar to the Muppets Take Manhattan. Scott had revealed this along with the other planned screenplays in his Reddit post. Scott said he wanted to burn this script with fire. A little harsh.
Jesus.
However, I'm not sure if this is a joke or not due to its obscurity and just total randomness. Twisted Tales. This refers to how the Fazbear's Fright book series was supposed to be called Twisted Tales. It's unknown why it was changed. However, it might have been because it was too similar to the title of the Twisted Ones novel. Reversed bibs. This refers to how in UCN, Toy Chica and Rockstar Chica sometimes would have their bibs flipped due to their sprites being flipped. When Toy Chica would jitter in the office, her bib would be flipped, same with Rockstar Chica in the hallway. However, they were fixed in an update. It's also worth mentioning that in the FNAF World trailer, when Adventure Freddy, Bonnie, and Chica pop up, Adventure Chica's bib is flipped. This one feels kinda lazy as he could've just flipped the video, but I don't know. I'm not an animator. BB's mouth. This refers to how in FNAF 2 it looks like there is something in Balloon Boy's mouth. Some people thought it was an endoskeleton and some people thought it was his eyes. I personally think it's light seeping in through his eye holes, but that's just my theory. Another weird thing about Balloon Boy's mouth is that you can see his mouth is empty when he's in the left vent, which makes the object in his mouth even more strange. It doesn't seem to still be there, but who knows?
I feel like simple stuff like that Scott could easily just answer. Just make like a huge list. Like he could watch this video and just go through the stuff that's not important and be like, oh, that was a rendering glitch. I made a mistake here. I drew this a little ugly. This is just blah blah. This has nothing to do with lore. That's not the same as confirming or denying some crazy pivotal thing. But I mean don't let us think a mistake means anything when the big reveal is gonna be oh, why does Foxy look like this? It's because I animated him while I was on a road trip and the car was bumpy. Ba-da-da-da-da. I like that type of stuff. You could just let us know. That wouldn't hurt nobody.
Unused cupcake animation. This refers to an unused animation for the cupcake in FNAF World. Instead of bobbing side to side, this one squishes up and down with the top layer covering the bottom. It's worth noting that there is different lighting, so this might have been a cut early animation or an entirely different cupcake. Foxy was considered to be a wolf or beaver. In Docko's interview with Scott, he revealed he had a hard time deciding on the fourth and final animatronic in the first game. He contemplated between a wolf, a beaver, and a fox. He scrapped the beaver early on due to its resemblance to Chipper, and ultimately, he chose the fox. The funny thing is that the series would eventually get a wolf and beaver animatronic in the form of Twisted Wolf and L-Chip. Black Ice Frostbear's incorrect lures. This refers to an error in FNAF AR on Black Ice Frostbear's skim pack advertisement.
I didn't play
the
this at
lures
all.
shown around the box are actually the lures for Boulder Toy Bonnie. The reason for this error is unknown, and I'm unaware if this error is still present as I don't play FNAF AR.
I feel like this
Mando
game, FNAF. I feel like FNAF AR would not be scary if you like went and played it in like a public place, like a park or something. I feel like it would just be cringy then. You know, like especially if you're like reacting to like jump scares and stuff like that. But it's just so weird. Like you'll just like be pointing at your your camera at a random walkway, and like Freddy will just be like running at you full speed, and there'll just be like some old lady that's just out for a walk, and he just like blow straight past her, no problem. Like you have to play that type of game in like a creepy
otherwise
setting.
known online as Mando Pony, was a singer and songwriter. He started off by making songs based on the children's TV show My Little Pony. When that show went on a hiatus, Mando Pony didn't have any songs to make. That is until November 2014, where he released a FNAF 2 song called Survive the Night. He went on to make a number of popular FNAF songs such as Just Gold, The Show Must Go On, Balloons, and Noticed. Mando Pony was a frequent collaborator with artists like Nate Wants to Battle and Amelie, joining them on the Cool and Good tour across America. Stein would later go on to join up with Nate Wants to Battle's music distribution company, Give Heart Records, where he released his 2017 album, Smoke and Mirrors. In 2020, Stein was accused of inappropriate relations and actions towards minors, as well as cheating on his wife. The investigation is ongoing, but there has been numerous amounts of screenshots provided, while Stein himself has yet to prove his innocence. Nate Wants to Battle and Give Heart Records have disassociated themselves with Stein by removing all of his music videos from
Appreciate
their YouTube
the follow.
channel
Welcome
and
to the
removing
stream.
his content from their website.
Mr.
Even though I did like some
Dangling
of his FNAF
Balls.
songs, what this man has
Welcome.
done is disgusting, and he should be punished as such. Unused Sister Location Game Over screen. This refers to this image found in the files of Sister Location. It shows Baby in a dark red tinted room and would have been used for the Game Over screen. It's a bit strange considering Sister Location has a very distinct blue tone. Phantom Shadow Freddy. This is a name given to a pretty mysterious character from FNAF 3. He can appear in the far left office and has the same model as Withered Golden Freddy and Shadow Freddy. However, he appears to be Shadow Freddy due to some subtle purple coloring, even though it is hard to tell due to the green lighting. He's most likely just an Easter egg, and nothing more. Swearing in FNAF World. Yeah.
Oh my god.
This refers to two instances where swearing was in FNAF World. Kind of. The first instance was after Chica's Magic Rainbow was defeated, and is giving her final speech, she calls the player a dumbass.
I hate you.
The second instance didn't actually make it into the final game, only being in the files. It's a line spoken by JJ and was supposed to be used in the Foxy Fighters minigame.
Now I'm going to kick your ass! Wait, what? I can't say that in the game.
Still not sure why this one was cut, as they both use the same swear word, which I'm not going to say again because I don't want to get demonetized. But this might be a joke, as she says, I can't say that in the game. Afterward, meaning Scott most likely put this in the files for us to find. Molten Freddy's eye color. This refers to Molten Freddy's inconsistent eye color. It differs between red, orange, and yellow. Seal vent. This refers to an unused button in the files of FNAF 3.
3 days
in the
of
final
waiting.
game, you seal a vent by double-clicking it, but this graphic shows it was originally going to have its own dedicated button. Nightmare Foxy tongue. This refers to how Nightmare Foxy was originally supposed to have a snake-like tongue. This tongue was shown in Nightmare Foxy's teaser and even the title screen.
I hate
However,
that I
it
still
doesn't
have those
appear
jump
in-game.
scares up.
Scott most likely scrapped it due to difficulties animating it or it being unnecessary. The Fourth Closet leak. This refers to how the third novel, The Fourth Closet, was partially leaked on Amazon before its official release. The leak apparently spoiled the ending of the novel. Scott, again, being the madman he is, responded by releasing the full book early. Fungi in FNAF 4. This refers to how in FNAF 4, a garbled sound can be heard. If you take this audio file, reverse it, and change the pitch, it's actually the Night 1 phone call from FNAF 1. This is simply another Easter egg. Nothing more, nothing less. Springtrap shares lines with Nightmare. This refers to how Springtrap in Special Delivery shares some lines with Nightmare in UCN. These lines are, "You will not be spared, you will not be saved," and "I am here to claim what is left of you." Some of his other lines are paraphrased versions of Nightmare and Nightmare Fredbear's lines. I've actually seen a theory that Afton, who is Springtrap, said these lines to his victims, and the characters in UCN quote his lines to mock him, but this is just speculation. Freddy in Space 3.
Hey, appreciate the follow.
In a post Scott made on Steam a while
Ballistic.
back regarding the state of the
Man.
upcoming projects in the franchise, Scott referenced the possibility of a Freddy in Space 3. Whether he was serious or joking is unknown. I'm quite a big fan of the first 2 Freddy in Space games, and it would be cool to see a third one. 3 Clowns. This refers to an Easter egg in the Curse of Dreadbear. In the barn, there are 3 posters that will randomly change. If 3 clown posters appear in your barn, you must hit them all with darts and then the Easter egg will trigger. The room's lighting will go blue and the banner will turn black, displaying the words, "It's me." Funny thing is that early on, people thought this was a hoax, as there was only 1 or 2 videos showcasing it. Faz Facts. This refers to several texts in the files of FNAF AR, all starting with the word Faz Facts. These facts are about the Freddy Fazbear's Pizza franchise in-universe, and it's actually pretty helpful to explain the timeline in the FNAF series. Some of them are just facts, such as the first Freddy's location was Fredbear's, but some of them are jokes, like, despite the name, hurricanes are actually not the leading cause of death of children in Hurricane, Utah.
What?
So, some of these are pretty funny. I'm not going to read all of them to you, but read them for yourself if you'd like. However, these were scrapped for unknown reasons and can't be found in the actual game. I still can't get over how funny that was. Gravity Falls Coincidence. This refers to an episode of the mystery-filled Disney television show Gravity Falls.
Hey, I've heard a
episode,
lot of
Seuss
good
and the
things
Real
about
Girl,
Gravity
was first
Falls,
aired on
but I haven't
September
really watched
22nd
it.
of
Should I watch
2014,
this entire
which was not
show?
long after FNAF 1's release on August 8th of the same year.
We can watch
in the
this in
climax of the
Discord.
episode, the protagonists Dipper, Mabel, Seuss, and Stan are attacked by animatronics controlled by the villain of the episode in an arcade-filled pizzeria. This is a very bizarre coincidence given that Gravity Falls episodes usually enter production a year before the air date, with FNAF 1 having even becoming a public idea. Glass_pressure. Glass_pressure is the name of an unused voice line for the computer in Sister Location.
Glass pressure trigger. Please do not push against the glass.
Where or when this would have been used is completely unknown, although it's possible that it may have been linked to the unused image of Ballora looking through the glass, which was mentioned earlier on the iceberg. The creator of this iceberg, Natter John, thinks it would have been probably used in the circus gallery. The reason he believes this is because Baby never directly attacks you in the game. This voice line could have been used in a section where she was planned to attack, but it was scrapped because Scott wanted to make Baby less aggressive, making it seem even more like she wanted to help Michael. Objectively, me and Natter John do think it's linked to the unused image of Ballora. We'll probably never know the answer because the line gives no hint as to where it would have been used. The only one who truly knows is Scott. Brow Boy Enemy. In the game files of FNAF World, there is what appears to be a ball boy with the colors and face of Brow Boy. This implies that Brow Boy may have just been a regular enemy. Interestingly, his FNAF World Halloween Edition counterpart is just a regular enemy. Adult Theory. Oh jeez. Again. I can't speak about this one too heavily because of... but I'll say what I can. This was a theory actually started by Kane Carter / Popgoes in the lead up to Sister Location. Basically, he theorized that the animatronics in Sister Location are used for adult entertainment, with the animatronics being compared to, and I quote, robotic prostitutes. The main support he had was the schedule that was put together through the source code on ScottGames.com.
No, the main support he has was this fucking community. That's the main support he has. This community is why this sort of theory was able to be birthed, okay? Let's get that straight. It wasn't this fucking schedule. It was this
Some of the lines in the trailer could have also implied some things, and people thought Ballora's design was a bit sultry, for lack of a better word. Of course, now we know that the schedule that was put together was referring to renting the animatronics for birthday parties, and that they are just simple animatronic entertainers for children. Jeez, I would have hated to see the fan art around this time. Ooh. Rise of Frankenfreddy. This refers to the original name for the Curse of Dreadbear DLC for Help Wanted. Dreadbear, of course, is a Frankenstein parody, judging by the stitches, green color scheme, and neck bolts, so it makes sense for him to be called Frankenfreddy, and hence the DLC be named as such. I actually wish they kept this, as Dreadbear isn't as cool in my opinion. I had to put that out there because I don't want to get some very aggressive comments. I'm only a human, people, please stop. 6666. This refers to a theory about FNAF 1's Custom Night. Apparently, if you set all the animatronics AI level to 6, you would unlock the kitchen. Yeah, this was obviously fake, similar to the 1987 hoax. However, I really never heard about this one until GoMotion's video about FNAF hoaxes. Mike Kill All. This refers to a theory about the FNAF 2 trailer. Apparently, if you reverse the beginning with Withered Bonnie and the children singing, you can hear Mike kill all in the reverse song. This would have implied Mike Schmidt, or Michael Afton as we find out later, killed the children. This, however, was just a coincidence, as the song is just London Bridge, so if it was indeed true, we'd have some serious questions for the writers of London Bridge, not Scott or FNAF. Beacon Bonnie. Beacon Bonnie is an incredibly obscure secret animatronic that only appears in the hard mode of Funtime Fox's level in Help Wanted.
Alright.
On rare occasions, Endua1 will appear among the other animatronics.
They're clearly saying Mike
Walking
Koloff.
into Endua1 will trigger a jump scare from Beacon Bonnie. He's just classic Bonnie with glitched textures, and is referred to as Beacon Bonnie in the files. Freedom. Similar to the Mike Kill All, in the FNAF 2 trailer, people thought that Withered Foxy was saying freedom at the end of it. As we all know, this is referring to the jump scare sound. And I mean, it's not a bad theory. I believed it back then. Clipping errors.
The fuck? Where the Foxy has the ghost of what, Kunta Kinte or some like runaway slave or some shit? What was freedom? What is Braveheart? That would be so weird. That's so weird.
As we all know, this is referring to the jump scare sound. And I mean, it's not a bad theory. I believed it back then. Clipping errors.
Oh, wait. I think these headphones just told me they were about to die. Does that mean I gotta plug them in? Well, obviously, but are they gonna cut off? Is really my question. Let's see. I'm gonna plug them in. Let's see if they cut off.
There have been many clipping errors throughout the FNAF series.
They turned off, by the way. Spoiler.
But I will only focus on a couple.
Are you kidding? Did they just turn off again? I'm so confused. I mean, they're literally plugged in. What the No way they turned off. Okay, they just made some noise. I don't know what that noise was then. Wait. What? Okay. All right. One problem at a time. Fuck. This is really killing my vibe for streaming right now. Of course, if I talk to support, none of them has a response for me as to why it keeps doing this. Okay, now headset. What is going on here? And just like I thought. Bruh, oh man. Okay. I'm done. I'm done. I'm gonna put it, I'm listening to it through my TV. I don't care at this point. Hopefully all this stuff didn't just get jacked up again. Okay, good. I'm just gonna listen to this shit through my TV. I don't care. I'm pretty sure I have my filters on my microphone well enough that you guys won't hear it. Damn, that's frustrating.
strike number. Also, spoiler alert. Guys, go on. Cover art shows by the end of the body in how people might think they're not or how we're addressing not easy. Party rule. First to might have meant that fun. Thought this meant you had
Hey Calder, welcome back. I just put the volume through my TV because I just had another issue with headphones, so I'm over it. Now TTS and everything is coming through my TV super loud, rather than headphones.
Third series. Springtrap teaser. Trap chat. Trap baby. Funtime Freddy teaser. However, in the Bonnie teaser, I had no idea. That's revealed. Trap baby. I didn't know.
Jeez, got how many layers are there?
The files of Help Wanted, there's unused models for Glitch, which is
Ocean floor.
mostly as like supposedly inspired by the electronic spring. That one was Help Wanted ad when he searched as summoning Galaxy. Not for flashlight jump scared by Nightmare Galaxy, which Freddy's which is just forgot to remove Nightmares. The script about Nightmares actually most likely tell what about background box. Because of this, represent creative design. Yeah. Death is a Nightmare, Black version, Nightmare. Set. Right, that's wanted blocks are on Scott games. Blocks are however these and model. Five Nights at Freddy's being how to get the get that get them play that curse get them Foxy Sam essentially but never assigned a Foxy and evident match. It's also possible
You know, I had him frozen for a while on one of my nights, and I thought it was because I just wasn't fully looking over there.
my opinion. Exotic mark like butter.
Get down.
Name is exotic mark. Exotic butter. Italian Delta root. There's a reference to after your reality around the town happened in the west side of mascot food. Mascot is dinosaur. Icy. Mascot mascot. I see this dinosaur. Purple back. That guy, you gotta actually mascot.
I think there's only what, 2 more?
Prime cup. Party mini.
The Void.
Area. Black crime. Can't kill you. Red berry. Snap one. Snap one. X files. Orchard fruit. Yeah.
Damage over 12 layers. How many is this? Was this the 12th one, or is this the 12th one? We could just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, yeah.
What was it? That wasn't happy. He's back to the team. Angle wasn't 10. Had the paddle ball. Paddle part.
Oh god. That entered one is like nightmare fuel. Yo, it must be so hard trying to like put out anything in this community because it gets like they look at it so in depth. I think he's used to it now, but early on it must have been like such a like shock. The inner plushie's terrible. Why does he have us now? No, wake the baby. I love that picture. That thumbnail. That was good. I gotta make some food soon. I'm gonna wait till this is over. Damn. I don't want to like stop the video and watch it on another stream, but I feel like there's a notable shift in my energy. We can't hear. It's not letting you hear. Wait, this whole time you guys couldn't hear?
Easter egg in sister location. It occurs when you hold the 0 and 1 keys in the Ballora gallery. The purpose of this Easter egg is unknown. The Easter egg was actually discovered in 2021, a whole 5 years after Sister Location's release. Some people think it's a debug menu, some people think it was put in there intentionally, and we're overall just not sure what it's about.
Guys, do the top row of pixels in FNAF 1 office increase the contrast is actually revealed to be binary that says it's me. Yeah, exactly.
It's possible for Wither Golden Freddy to appear on night 2
No, you hear the video
FNAF 2.
things? Or should you put it on the TV? Oh, yeah, no, I could have put the volume to. I didn't know you guys couldn't hear. I thought everything was fine. My bad, guys.
Impossible good ending in FNAF 3 on Nintendo Switch. When FNAF 3 was initially released on the Nintendo Switch, it was impossible to teleport in the Shadow Bonnie minigame, making it impossible to get the true good ending. This was eventually patched, but it's still unknown what caused the glitch. 1993 Aurora shooting. This is a dark topic, and if something like this might bother you, then you should skip ahead to the time on screen. I'll give you a few seconds.
This is the Batman movie theater thing, right?
Alright. In 1993, at a Chuck E. Cheese
Oh no.
in Aurora, Colorado,
Damn, Aurora just
after
getting
hours, a man
clapped.
started
Jesus. This is the thing.
perpetrator,
Oh, I remember
19-year-old
this.
Nathan Dunlap, a further
This is
employee at
the thing that they
was
thought
frustrated about being fined 5 months
FNAF
prior to the
was
shooting and
based
sought revenge
on.
by committing the attack. Dunlap entered the restaurant at 9:00 p.m. where he ordered a sandwich and played an arcade game. He then hid in a restroom at about 9:50 p.m. He exited the restaurant after closing with a 25 caliber semi-automatic pistol. Dunlap first shot Sylvia Crowell, who was cleaning the salad bar. She was.
This is how I figured out what happened when we first watched this, right? Not this, but like this story. It was set up different than this, but I'll wait till they put all the pictures up.
Right ear and was severely wounded, dying the next day in the hospital. Ben Grant was fatally shot near his left eye as he was vacuuming. Colleen O'Connor was fatally shot through the top of her head.
There's only one person who doesn't get a photo.
Stevens, the lone survivor of the shooting, was shot in the jaw. However, Stevens fell to the floor and played dead, hoping he wouldn't finish the job.
Well, at the time when we were watching it, he either didn't have a photo or they used that photo. But I think they didn't have the photo and they showed it at the end. But it was so obvious that all these people died. I mean, like, why else would they use a photo from like the 80s? So they were like, you know, like on blah blah blah, these 4 people were working their evening shift at Chuck E. Cheese. I was like, damn, all 3 of them died, didn't they? It was clear as day.
The top of her head. Bobby Stevens, the lone survivor of the shooting, was shot in the jaw. However, Stevens fell to the floor and played dead, hoping he wouldn't finish the job. Dunlap then forced Marge Kohlberg, the store manager, to unlock the safe. After she opened it, Dunlap shot her twice through the ears. Dunlap fled the scene with $1,500 worth of cash and game tokens he stole from inside the restaurant. He was arrested at his mother's apartment 12 hours later.
Wasn't this just Matt Pat's
Bobby
first
Stevens,
video?
who had escaped through a back door.
Was it his first video? I think he probably did a video, but I don't think it was his first.
This was a horrific tragedy, and I hate having to bring it up. However, some people think that these events are eerily similar to FNAF 1. The connection was first brought up by Matt Pat, and several people believed it. He theorized that the animatronics and their behaviors lined up with the victims of the shootings.
Yeah, they're even using the animation from it. Oh wow, it was his first video?
Our nightmare as he were on death row, much like the real-life perpetrator. Now, this in my opinion is an extreme coincidence, and is quite disrespectful, comparing a fictional game about haunted bunny rabbits to a real-life tragedy. 1, 5, 7, 8. In the background of Sister Location, you can sometimes hear a slowed-down version of Baby saying the numbers 1, 5, 7, and 8 in a random order. It is unknown what this means in the lore currently. This most notably plays in Circus Control, when offline, and Under the Desk. In FNAF AR, these numbers actually levitate around 8-bit Baby when she haywires. Orange Springtrap Mystery Mini. This refers to how at Toy Fair 2016, when the FNAF Mystery Mini prototypes were being displayed, Springtrap was orange.
What?
How this could have happened is
he's orange too, like not even
what,
like.
Did they see Golden Freddy's color
could be
and
close.
Gave it to him?
He's like
Assumed
orange.
He wasn't green because of the green lighting in FNAF 3 and thought he was orange. There is no real explanation.
However, his first video ever, but his first FNAF video. Oh yeah, that's what I meant. I thought it wasn't his first FNAF video.
Creepy child face in UCN,
but that means like, man, from jump he was getting into these wild ass theories. I'm telling you, man, Matt Pat's crazy.
I just can't find
he just
it
goes
anymore,
for it.
but I swear it's true. Sister Location Trailer 2. When Sister Location's trailer came out, it was called Trailer 1, somewhat implying there would be a second one. However, Scott took this scene to say a second trailer would spoil too much of the game and that there wouldn't be one. In his interview with Dawko, PJ Haywood, the voice actor for William Afton, confirmed that the intro to Sister Location was originally meant to be Trailer 2. German Funtime Freddy. This refers to how Funtime Freddy's voice was going to be German. His voice actor, Kellen Goff, shared some of these voice lines during an interview with GT Live.
Morningstar Farms. America's favorites made from plants.
Hello, little children. Glad to see you back again.
The voice is pretty amazing. However, I wouldn't say it's particularly scary. Lost FNAF 1 trailer. This refers to a Lost trailer for FNAF 1. The whole situation has been kind of a mess, so let me explain. It all starts with the first comment on the trailer of FNAF 1 on Scott's YouTube channel. This user, Wald Meats, says, "I can sort of see why you changed the eyes from the last video." This meant there was a previous trailer. Someone on Twitter asked about it, to which he responded there was an original trailer which had a strong resemblance to the official one with a scarier endo and red eyes, which is most likely this endoskeleton. He also remembers a few gaming YouTubers making mention of it when it was still on Kickstarter. However, a Reddit user had used the Wayback Machine on Scott's Google Plus page and found 3 unwatchable videos. One of them was called Five Nights at Freddy's Gameplay, which is most likely the video on Scott's YouTube channel that might have had an upload error or something, similar to the Five Nights at Freddy's video, which was most likely just the real trailer. However, there's one more called
Nightmare
Five Nights.
Shadow Freddy. So
People assume that
crazy.
this Five Nights video was the launch
So
trailer.
crazy.
However, Waldman had posted another tweet where he said he was mistaken and that he was recalling the existing trailer. So then that wasn't the lost trailer. But then what is this first Five Nights video? It had to have been something. And that is unfortunately still lost. Unused section of Happiest Day. I'll be honest, myself and the creator of this iceberg, Natter John, are not too familiar
Jim, you
with the
said
unused
yes,
section of
it's in
Happiest Day.
SFM.
So we're just gonna go off what we've been told.
Maybe this.
Apparently,
Well, I
underneath
guess
the
there
map
is a
of the
big chunk of
Happiest
this
Day
video
minigame,
left.
there's a section taken straight from BB's Air Adventure. It's unknown why it was there. It may have been used similar to the balloon sections in the other minigames, but that's just speculation. Ice Cave. This refers to an unused music track for FNAF World that, based on the name, was probably going to be used in an ice-themed area that got scrapped. Some believe it could have been used for an early version of Dusting Fields, which is very much possible, but considering that area is outdoors, the name Ice Cave wouldn't be very fitting. I honestly wish this track made it to the final games. It's honestly a really good track. I can't play it for obvious reasons, but I'll leave a link to the song in the description. Chica's Missing Eyes. This refers to how when Bonnie leaves the So stage in FNAF 1, Chica's right eye disappears.
Love the
and
Ice
doesn't
Cave theme.
reappear until she leaves the So stage. Why this happens is unknown, but it is most likely an error. Interestingly, in the video stage performance that Fiznum posted to promote FNAF Plus, Chica's right eye was actually broken and didn't move. This could be Fiznum referencing the event in the first game, but it could also just be a coincidence. And that is the end of the iceberg. But that's not it, of course. Now we will interview the creator of this iceberg, Natter John, and go over new entries and the future for these icebergs. Also, if you're enjoying the video and want to see more,
I thought there
hit
was
that
one
subscribe
more.
button and ring the
Wait.
notification bell to make sure you don't miss any more icebergs or videos.
Oh, there was another
And
one.
here we are with the creator of this iceberg and my good friend, Natter John.
Hi. I was gonna introduce myself, but then I realized you just did that.
Oh, okay, wait, hold on, let me restart, hold on, we can do it differently. And here we are with the creator of this iceberg and my good friend, Natter John. How you feeling today, John?
Hey, good to be back on here again after. It's been like a month since we recorded the Mario Director's Cut interview, which isn't even out yet at the time of this recording. We're recording this on August 3rd, which, by the way, is the birthday of Masahiro Sakurai, creator of Kirby and Super Smash Bros. Go wish him happy birthday, everybody.
Sakurai!
Even though it's not his birthday by the time this will be out, go wish him happy birthday anyway. He deserves it.
Yeah, just wish him happy birthday all year round, guys. The man puts himself through so much for the Smash games, so just please show him some respect, please. Like,
yeah. Yeah, but yeah, it's I know it's only a week for you guys, but literally this is a month between recordings.
Yeah. It's also been exhausting editing these FNAF icebergs, so I'm glad they've been
and making
doing so
them
well.
as well. We can assure you.
Dad, what? No!
What the fuck? Alright. We'll watch a couple more videos. What's that one guy's name? Oh. Wait, did I? Oh, fuck me. We all know the FNAF. We all know the FNAF Plus Chica's right eye is now actually a spare cupcake eye. Yeah, I remember you said that. Yeah, you said that in Discord. I didn't notice that. I noticed that you actually pointed it out. feel like we saw this, but let's, because they have a couple of these best
Hey
FNAF
guys,
fan
Superbro
games.
Mike here, and in today's video, we explore the world of Five Nights at Freddy's, or
hear this
rather,
door,
the
Mike?
fan-made games born out of it. While there are
sure
currently
can. Hold on.
7 mainline FNAF games, hundreds more have been created by fans of the series. Some of these are actually pretty great,
There you
in
go.
many ways improving on aspects of the original game. And while there playing it safe at number 10, Five Nights at Freddy's Abandoned Fredbear Diner, Nights at Freddy's Reborn is a worthy fan remake and a great way to revisit the original game.
I don't know if we've seen this one.
While not currently a finished game, Fredbear and Friends is still worth checking out. It makes the biggest gameplay change possible by actually allowing full 3D movement, allowing the
that's
player
so
to
crazy.
explore an abandoned Fredbear diner as they are stalked by the killer animatronics wandering its dimly lit halls.
Ultimate
The
show.
objective is to survive a number of nights
thing
as
we
a
could
game
tell
of hide and seek
that our right eye was
unfolds.
broken
While
or
we are
different than
tracked
earlier.
by these animatronics, a number
did
of
see this?
tasks must
Are you
be
sure?
completed, such as discovering codes to unlock secret doors and monitoring surveillance
This
cameras
game doesn't
in
look
classic
familiar.
FNAF style. There is even a taser which can be used to stun certain enemies as they attempt to attack us. Fredbear and Friends certainly isn't perfect, with some glitchy
I
AI
think we
and
did.
unbalanced to
I'll just skip
close
ahead a little bit.
different. In fact, apart from the core,
Oh yeah, we did.
this
see
one's certainly different. In fact, apart from
Yeah, we
its
saw this.
best fan just out is out as a parody of Corfin's original
I
series.
just wasn't paying attention during
Nevertheless,
that last
it
game when I
manages
first
to be
saw it.
pretty scary at times.
FNAF's darkest moments.
Hey guys, Superbro Mike here, and in today's video,
I think I'm gonna
hey
make
guys,
burgers.
Superbro Mike here, and in today's video we take a look at the dark side
Weird
of the
that it
Five
just
Nights at
reloaded it.
Freddy's
Yeah, but I think I'm gonna
series.
make burgers.
You
When
may
I
know
hop
about
off.
some of these dark mysteries, but I thought it would be fun
Just
to
like the ones
revisit
I
the
posted
series'
the other
creepiest
day.
moments in one video.
Some onions.
On the surface, Five Nights seems like a typical point-and-click
Season them
horror
up.
game, in which the player assumes the role of various characters trying to escape a
trying
twisted
to
fate
fix my
at the
sleep
hands
schedule. I
of
don't
some
know what's
creepy
wrong with
killer
my sleeping.
animatronics. The series is infamous for containing some super scary
Mhm,
moments,
messing me up.
and in a previous
my
video, we
God.
checked out the
I like yawned and closed my eyes, and when I opened them back up, Scrap Baby was there, looking mighty
containing
creepy.
some super scary moments,
Damn.
and in a
She's-
previous
she's-
video,
she's
we checked
ugly
out
as
the scariest animatronics of all time. However, this time we are diving into the madness behind these creations, the dark secrets and backstories that aren't always spelt out directly, but exist via cryptic clues and messages. These are FNAF's darkest moments and secrets.
These aren't just animatronics.
Let's begin with something any Five Nights fan will be familiar with. Not only are the various animatronics intent on killing our player, they also have a pretty grim backstory. You see, the animatronics in the FNAF timeline are haunted by the souls of various people, many of which are children. There are many clues given throughout the various games which confirm this. One such secret can be found in the original FNAF game. Very rarely while clicking through the different security cameras, we can catch the glimpse of a mysterious collection of posters. These posters show the faces of children crying, perhaps symbolising the children whose souls are now trapped inside the suits of these animatronics. Elsewhere, we see a poster which explains the rules of safety here at Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. Some of the bullet points here seem a little creepy and strange to be sure, especially the "Don't touch Freddy" and "Leave before dark" lines. However, this
What about
poster
the
can
poop on the
change
floor
into
thing? No one
something
really seems
even
to take
more
that too
sinister
serious.
from time to time. On occasion, the rules poster will be gone, and in its place, news reports of children who have gone missing, documenting that the culprit used the pizzeria mascot suits to lure them in and abduct them. There is also news that Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria will soon close down following the disappearance of 5 children. A chilling find to be sure. While we're on the subject of missing children, let's move over to FNAF 2 and the sequels thereafter. These games are even darker and more disturbing than the original game, and paint a twisted tale via the inclusion of retro-style 8-bit video game sequences. Each of these sequences is very cryptic, but over time they have been deciphered by the FNAF fanbase, and we now have a general idea of what they represent.
I didn't get to do much.
The truth behind these minigames is pretty creepy and weird. In FNAF 2, we see a strange purple guy walking around and preying on children at the diner. We'll speak more about the identity and motives of Purple Guy soon, but surely we can all agree it's pretty dark having a character whose sole purpose is to attack kids. Especially as during these sequences, we take control of various animatronics, desperately trying to save the children, only to fail and be met with a horrible jump scare for our efforts. These minigames are bleak and depressing to experience. In the 5th Five Nights game, Sister Location, we see a character known as Circus Baby eat a small child who then inhabits her body. This child being Elizabeth Afton, daughter of the Fazbear creator, William Afton. Again, more on this guy very soon. In FNAF 4, these creepy minigames become darker still as we follow the mental anguish and tortured existence of a boy only known as Crying Child, for the simple reason that he cries throughout the game due to his sad and painful life. The creepy nature of these pixelated 8-bit stories and their cryptic messages really give us an uneasy feel while playing, as they offer hints at the greater story of the games and its unsettling lore. Remember the purple guy we just mentioned? Well, this strange character represents perhaps the most evil and unlikable character in the entire franchise. A man by the name of William Afton, an engineer who owned the company Afton Robotics, which made the various animatronics found in the FNAF universe. As discussed, Afton is responsible for the kidnap and murder of 5 children over the years, which led to the downfall of Fazbear Entertainment. We never find out for sure why Afton did this. Perhaps he was just crazy. It's that mystery that is creepiest of all. However, we do know he hid the bodies of the children within the shells of various animatronic suits. Afton paid for his crimes in an incredibly painful and disturbing way, marking one of FNAF's darkest moments. The ghosts of the children now haunting the suits their bodies were stuffed inside chased Afton, who decided to hide inside the Springtrap suit. As the name suggests, the suit Springtrap shut and impaled Afton within, his face and body now melded with machinery around it. We can see glimpses of William Afton's contorted face at various points within FNAF 3, where he stalks our player. On occasion, we even see images of him frantically fighting to get free. They look truly horrifying.
That's so weird. You're a weirdo, man. You're a weirdo for that.
You may have heard of the 2 bytes that are often brought up during the story of FNAF. These are known as the Byte of 83 and the Byte of 87. As you may expect, one occurred in 1983 and the other in 1987. But what are these bytes and what makes them so disturbing? The byte we know most about is the Byte of 83. This is also the most haunting of the 2 incidents, as it happened to a young boy and was the result of a group of older children who used to bully him. This young boy was constantly being picked on by his older brother and his friends, who eventually dressed up in masks at the original Fredbear Diner and pushed him inside the mouth of Golden Freddy. Unfortunately, the mouth of these older animatronics had the Springtrap design, and so it shut tight on the child, killing him. A sad and morbid tale that shows the lethal results that can come from bullying others. It was due to the Byte of 83 that the original animatronics with the Springtrap design were then taken out of commission.
He doesn't just seem to have
Fast forward to 1987 and we hear of another byte, although this one is shrouded in mystery. Many theories surround it, yet we never received confirmation from creator Scott Cawthon as to exactly who was bitten and why. It is mentioned in the original game by Phone Guy.
They can't even delete his ass out of the computer. He saved some files to your computer, and like you can't delete that shit. You're screwed now.
It is
And now
suspected
files
that
are
the
gonna
bite happened to a security
you.
guard working at the
get a
diner,
virus in your
potentially
computer
Jeremy
phone. That shit
Fitzgerald
comes out
or
in
someone
real
who
life.
worked
He's
around
just
him
so-
during the events of FNAF 2.
It's
But
crazy.
again, no one knows for sure. It is also a mystery which animatronic caused the bite and why. Theories include Freddy Fazbear, Mangle, and Foxy, and there exists evidence for each of these being the culprit. All we know for sure is that something bit someone in 1987 at Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, and this resulted in the loss of said person's frontal lobe. Ouch.
Hey.
One of the darkest stories.
Let's see if she feels like squeaking. It's been a while since she's made any noise on mic. Hey. 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 Okay. Alright, put you back down.
Stories that surrounds the Five Nights series involves a real-life pizza business called Freddy's Pizza located in Long Branch, New Jersey. Freddy's was a regular pizza joint which came under harassment after receiving endless phone calls from FNAF fans who believed this was the real Fazbear Pizzeria. Why did anyone believe this? Well, when FNAF first launched, it became the topic of many internet message board discussions and several urban legends formed around it. One of which was that the pizzeria found in the game was in fact based on a real restaurant. This of course was not the case. Scott Cawthon, the creator of Five Nights, quickly made a statement condemning anyone making calls to Freddy's. He said the following: "Please do not call any phone numbers you think may be associated with the game. There are no phone numbers associated with the game or marketing. All locations are
All
fictional."
they hear is,
This didn't stop Freddy's Pizza
please,
from
no,
receiving
don't go
a slew
searching
of
for
prank
hidden
calls
lore.
over the months surrounding
No.
the game's release, a case of a real-life horror story surrounding the franchise.
oh shit, what?
The locked chest revealed after beating FNAF 4 on Nightmare Mode has forever remained a mystery. A message above the chest reads, "Perhaps some things are best left forgotten, for now." Maybe this is good advice, as one could go pretty insane agonizing over this thing. In fact, the FNAF community did just that. A quick search online reveals hundreds of posts from people trying to work out how to open this thing. What would we discover inside if we ever did? Perhaps the darkest of all FNAF mysteries. It's creepy, as we'll probably never know. And that's it for today's video. Please remember to give it a like if you did enjoy watching, and maybe drop a comment too, as well as subscribing to the channel and turning on notifications so you never miss an upload. This channel
A lot of steps. Alright guys. It's time for me. Go make some food. Very, very chill stream. What is today? Sunday, so next stream should be Tuesday. Most likely play a game. Worst case scenario, we'll just hang out, watch something for a little bit. But yeah, appreciate everybody that came through. Appreciate all the new followers. Everybody came that, hey kitty, came to hang out. I enjoyed the stream. Appreciate that, Calder. Calder, also thank you once again for the Shadow Foxy. All right, I really enjoyed it. And I also thank you for letting me keep it up on the scene. So I said this earlier. I don't know if you were here when I first said it, but anytime someone makes some art that I like and they're cool with me putting it up, even when I change the background scenes, I'll probably keep the art in there in some sort of way. So I'll just keep on adding it back in. But yeah. Sorry I wasn't here for most of it. Nah, you're good. You're good. I appreciate you coming through. Good night, bro. Good night, Ninja. Appreciate you hanging out, man. Everybody else, I'll see you guys in the next one. I'll be in Discord for a while, but hopefully I can go to sleep at a decent time so I can start waking up like a normal person. But yeah, have a good one.
Peace.